Hello, world.
Epic.
Yes, much epic. Um, so welcome to Dungeons and I can't speak today. Apparently, Dungeons and Dragons Carnage Mode. A fun little thing where we're gonna see how it goes. So the rules of Carnage Mode are simple. When you die, you go back to level 1. Um, Other than that, you can be stabilized. You still get the life death saving throws. Um, However, whenever you die, you go back to level 1. You cannot be revived through a basically after about 10 minutes of you being dead. So you can't use a wish. If you are revived, you will come back as a zombie. So like necromancers are fine, but you can't actually revive your party members because that would ruin the point. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh yeah, you only get XP that you're present for. So, for example, there are. Sorry, my brain wanted to do math and it forgot what math is. So there are um, there are 3 players, I believe, who aren't present, um, and none of them will receive any XP that you all get right now. And yeah, so it will create level disparities, but the level disparities will begin working themselves out. The more powerful players will survive longer and will become leaders of the party potentially, or when they die, everyone will be like, "I saw this coming a mile away." And so we'll see through time. So just when you die, you go back to level 1. I'm not gonna hold back if you die, and you can't be revived after 10 minutes of being dead. Um, so, all right. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons Carnage Mode. Would you all like to introduce yourselves?
Alrighty. Greetings. I bring. Oh, well, I am Soul, and I bring the character Godfrey.
Oh, is it my turn?
If you'd like it to be.
Uh, I'm Isabella. My character is Bonnie Blythe, or BB.
Awesome. And I am
Do you want us to go a little bit more in depth about our characters?
if you would like to, I would be fine with that. Or if you want to keep it a secret, that is perfectly fine too.
Oh.
Well, I'll add in that Godfrey is a very heroic soul, but the gods do not favor him, and so he might be a tad bit unlucky.
Hmm. My character's a jester with a tragic backstory and murderous tendencies.
That's always the best combination. So, yeah. All right. And let me scroll up, and I will read you all the ad that they received. If I can quickly find it. Oh, what's cutting out on your end? So that I can repeat myself or remedy that. Sorry, everyone. We haven't done this before, so we're just. Oh, that's good. Okay.
Yep.
So a while back, uh, a week ago, all of the characters read an ad in the paper, and it read, "Greetings. We are the Rangers of Linrin, and we are reaching out through this newspaper in an attempt to find people. We are in need of skilled adventurers who are willing to put themselves in harm's way in order to accomplish an important goal. We need people who are willing to travel vast distances through a variety of different kinds of areas. They also need to be capable of combat. We are reaching out because the current situation has become too much for us. The, the last 7 news ads didn't have anyone interested, and we really need some people. Please remove that from the ad. If you think that you can help us, please reach out to us with the information below. You will be compensated for your work as best as we can, and we are happy to answer any and all questions you have, and we believe all of us can do this with your help. Hope to hear from you soon. After a week of receiving this, they decided to engage. After contacting the Rangers, they found out that they had to go to a Firewatch station. So, who would like to go first?
I suppose I'll volunteer.
Okay. So, you have arrived nearby to the Firewatch station. Before you lays a dirt path, and it climbs over a hill, and you can see it off in the distance.
Ah, today I begin my journey. But to where, I'll never know. Suppose I'll just keep walking and hopefully make it there without slipping or anything happening today, unlike yesterday. Goodness.
All right. And you begin climbing up the fairly steep hill, but it's still kind of a pleasant walk. There's a nice little water area off to the side, and the sun is just hitting it just right, and it's gorgeous. And you finally climb to the top of the hill, and before you lays the Firewatch station.
Huh. Well, I'm surprised I made it here in one piece.
Down at the base of the Firewatch station sits a ranger who is sharpening his arrows.
Greeting, sir.
Hello. He stands up and he walks towards you. You must be Godfrey.
Ah, yes, indeed. And you are?
I am but a simple ranger in these areas. My name is Scout. And that is also my rank. We try not to get too personal around here because we know the dangers in the area.
Ah, I see. And what are these dangers?
Well, as you read in the advertisement, we are rangers of Linren. You may have never heard of Linren, but it was once an incredibly prosperous kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
So we are in an attempt trying to save it.
Oh, I see, I see. And you'll need all the help you can get, correct?
Of course, we've been fighting this battle for longer than your ancestors have been around, or at least your direct ancestors.
Yes, I see. So, may I ask, what would be in it for me?
Well, we will compensate you in any way we can, whether that be gold or whether that be something else. And I suspect that if you are successful, the throne of Linren will be more than happy to compensate you in some capacity.
Hmm. I am looking forward to expanding my status, but not just as a nobleman, a status more of one who praises the gods, one who favors the gods, such as Athena and Zeus. I will spread my wisdom across the land of my beautiful gods of Olympus, and Linrin will be next on my list.
As you continue ranting about the gods of Olympus, Isabella.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
So you finally arrived um, next to a little water area, and you can see the Firewatch station in the distance.
Okay. My character doesn't like have a voice. Like I don't have a voice for her, so I'm probably just gonna speak in third person, if that's alright.
All right.
Okay. She sees the Firewatch tower and she starts making her way over to it. She can hear Godfrey speaking from where she is. She becomes concerned because the ad said that there wasn't that many people that showed up last time. So she thought this was going to be sort of a single person job. But she goes anyway.
All right. And as you walk up, you see Scout turns and very happily walks over to you. Hello. I apologize. I forgot your name, but welcome all the same. Please remind me.
Bonnie Blythe.
It is great to meet you, Bonnie Blight.
What is this place and why are we here?
Well, we are very near to the border of Linrin, and as time goes on, um, I will lead you to the border, and it should not be too long from now, but um, we want to make sure that we have everything sorted before you go in, because once you go in, until you finish this job, you can't come out.
Sounds like my kind of place.
Well, I will go let my my boss know that you all are here, and I'll be right back. And he runs up the Firewatch stairs.
All right.
So you two are just standing near each other with this awkward silence.
Oh, I thought it was further away. Ah, hmm. Oh, who's that over there? I turn around.
Do you want to introduce yourself, or do you just want to sit there and stare into his soul?
Hmm. Looks like a silent individual. Well, my name is Godfrey.
Okay, so Bonnie's wearing like a really creepy jester mask, just so you guys know. So when she's quiet, um, kind of feels like she isn't alive.
Hmm. I see. Maybe, maybe you're a servant of Hades. Ah, I respect that. The god of the underworld does need his own praisers. Indeed, yes.
You say this as you stare into her, um, the eyes that you can't see, as the mask casts a shadow over them, and all you can see is darkness there. leaving an imprint of. It.
You wouldn't.
This seems
Yeah.
dangerous.
Well, hopefully, you wait. You're coming with us, right? You're joining us on this journey into this Linrin.
Yes. She holds out her hand. Pull my finger.
Will I die?
No.
Well, I suppose that's enough. I shall pull this finger of yours. Huh.
Nothing happens.
There's no explosion, no acid, no magical spell.
It's just my finger.
I see. Perhaps it is a curse.
No. It's just my finger.
Really?
Yeah.
This must be the first time this has ever happened. I'm safe for once in my life.
Roll me a luck check.
Oh my goodness. One sec.
It's just base d20, no modifiers. And I would make you roll with disadvantage, but you know, why not? Just normal roll.
Oh. 10.
A 10. All right. As you you just sit there, you just like wince in anticipation for whatever the gods will send at you.
Well. Suppose I'll just stay on my guard then. You never know what will hit, what tests the gods throw at you.
My character has no face. So she has like no idea what you're talking about.
Godfrey is just, I don't know. He's paranoid, but friendly. It's weird.
My character's just awkward. She didn't finish Jester school. I mean, her dad did get killed, so she couldn't really.
That might put a kink in one's plans.
Just then the commander walks down and watches as you wince, and just like, is everything all right?
Oh, everything's fine. Everything's fine indeed. I'm just chatting with this servant of Hades, I believe, or maybe a jester of some sort. Oh yes, that does make sense now. He is wearing that hat.
There's nothing weird about this hat. It's a normal hat. Doesn't everybody wear hats like this?
I don't know about that one.
You're wearing one too.
This is a helmet.
On top of the helmet, there's a hat.
I beg your pardon. Wait, when did you put this on me?
I didn't do anything. It was always there. The ranger's wearing one too.
Oh boy.
The ranger doesn't even look up. He just stares at you. So, anyways, let's talk about the mission at hand.
Yes, please.
Linrin was once a great empire, but has since been limited due to a constant issue, which we're sending you in to deal with. we would go in ourselves. However, over the last 500 years since this has begun, somebody's been taking out the communications and the contact we have with our ranger towers. So, your job is to go in and stop the evil forces limiting the country. And while you're in there, if you could, reactivate the ranger towers and reactivate the main towers in each area. These towers allow us to draw enemies to certain areas and be able to limit deaths of civilians.
Seems relatively simple.
Well, there will be a lot of enemies in the process, and it's a large area to cover. At the end of the day, your main priority is killing the main enemy.
Main enemy.
He has taken over the main castle of the empire, and it's in the center of the empire. So you must make your way there. However, you will only get so much aid unless you contact the ranger towers and reactivate them. You may do this at your own discretion, but if we're able to defeat him, the ranger towers no longer matter, and we can physically go in and reactivate them ourselves.
Interesting.
Sounds fun.
I'm not too sure about the fun part, but these adversaries are no match for the champion of Zeus.
Do we get to keep whatever we find in the towers?
If you can somehow save the country, I see no problem with that.
I'll probably just take it anyway.
Well then, so is your occupation that of a thief as well?
Why are you so interested in me?
Oh, I'm just curious, I say as I hold my holy symbol up to my neck. Just making sure you don't, get a little bit, creative and a little bit sly around me.
Let's see if Zeus knows with a luck check.
Well, Lucy, no.
I love this mechanic for your character. Just luck checks every so often.
6.
As he says it, there's a boom of thunder in the distance, and he what do you do, Sarasol?
Cower in fear, as one true man would do.
So,
Zeus, oh great one. Well, I suppose I have my answer. Just try not to take everything I have, okay?
No promises.
Athena, give me strength.
just then, a tiny piece of twine falls from the sky. As you have requested, she has given you string. There might have been some communication errors there, but, at least she's trying.
You know what? I'm going to eat this.
Okay.
Maybe blessed or something.
As you eat into it, you roll a luck check.
10. my goodness.
What'd you roll?
10.
As you munch into the twine and swallow it whole, you realize the string from Athena, as it enters into your system, you realize it was regular twine.
Well, at least it gave me strength. Kinda. Mental strength.
You know, if that's mental strength, okay. I mean, do with that what you will. Alright, so see, he just kind of turns. Are you all ready to enter Linren? I will take you to the border, and once you go through, you won't be able to come back.
Yeah, yada, 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 yada. Let's go.
I suppose we are ready.
He begin. I love your characters already. He walks you. He begins walking you down some hills, and um, it's not a it's not that short of a walk, but it's interesting.
Steady now. Be careful. Anything could lash out at us. Anything.
Just then,
Bonnie
you hear
suddenly grabs their side.
No, not again.
you begin to hear rustling in the bushes and in the trees all around you.
Monkeys.
They're in the trees.
Oh no. This is not again.
And as you are saying that, down from the tree, you see landing in front of you a ferocious, a vicious baby squirrel.
Aww.
Fight it.
Would you like to draw your weapon, Cyrosol?
Nay. I will merely just back up and glare at it.
I want to pick it up.
Okay. You walk over and you pick up the baby squirrel.
It's a baby.
It's a baby.
Unhand that vile creature.
Throw it at him.
Oh no, you do not.
Roll me
I'm
a
going to
wisdom
back
check
this
for
one.
accuracy. Oh
Do it
god,
again?
roll me a wisdom check for accuracy.
Okay.
As you throw a baby at him.
At the last moment, I decide perhaps I can catch it.
15.
Alright. So you want to try to catch it? Roll me a dexterity check to try to, like, grab it out of the air.
Oh dear. Oh boy. 3.
It lands on your face.
Lord Zeus! Why? No, wait a minute, this is Artemis's fault, I bet.
As he's saying this, he drops to his knees, and the baby squirrel just sits there on his face.
Going to eat me. Never in war did I see such an atrocity.
Okay, Bonnie takes a scroll off of his face and says, "Are you, are you sure it's the gods? Maybe you're just clumsy."
Nonsense. Me, clumsy? A soldier? A champion?
Thunder,
Olympus?
thunder erupts in the distance.
But You sent me into war for a reason. Unless. No, it couldn't be. I'm not just some sort of entertainment.
The commander walks up to you. Are you mentally stable enough to do this job?
I am the most stable person I know.
You've been wincing at thunder for like 15 minutes.
That is what every mentally stable individual would do.
I would like to make a nest out of some twigs and leaves and place it on my hat so the baby squirrel can chill in it.
Okay. Roll me a survival check.
Awesome. 13.
Okay. You're able to make one pretty well, and you put the baby squirrel in it, and it seems happy enough.
Nice.
Are we just keeping the squirrel?
Yes.
I don't see.
It's my child now.
Wait a minute there. Well, maybe we should just get going before you just have an entire litter.
Littering is bad for the environment.
Sweet, sweet baby Hercules.
The commander keeps walking down the path.
Wait, don't leave me with her.
Would you like to follow after?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Just making sure. So you all are walking along. You know, with the baby squirrel, and he leads you down a path, and in the distance you can see the air seems to like crackle.
Ah, yes. A test.
As he walks up to it, you can see a what appears to be another Firewatch tower of sorts. Right on the edge of the crackling. The air seems to be bright blue.
Well, I see. Nothing wrong with this in the slightest.
You should go touch it.
I highly advise you not touch it. If you touch it, you may die.
Oh, on second thought, perhaps I should not touch that.
He walks up to the tower. These two are going in. Anything you want to say to the outside world before you go in?
Praise Olympus. That is all.
Praise Olympus.
I bet you don't even know what that means.
I bet you don't even know what that means.
I'm having some second thoughts. But I'll do it for you, Zeus.
He's gay for Zeus.
No comment. Onward, strange squirrel mother.
You see several rangers come down, and they take what appear to be some sort of like metal contraption, and they stick it through the field in the air, and they lift, making some sort of a doorway. Move quickly and prepare for combat. You see a whole bunch draw weapons.
Bonnie walks in slow motion.
Oh. I shall draw my longsword and my shield.
Do y'all go through the doorway, or are you just gonna stand there?
I'm gonna go through.
Okay.
I will march through.
All right. You both march through, and as you do, they lower the barricade. All right, and I want both of you to roll me perception checks. By the way, you can still hear and talk to the people on the other side.
Huh.
You just can't physically go over there.
Ah. Oh, I have rolled a 12.
Okay.
I also rolled a 12.
The funny thing is, I also rolled a 12.
Something's not right here.
As you look around, it seems to be fairly clear until you can see a dot. It's bright yellow.
Well, we have this dot over here. Seems harmless enough.
There's now a second
Touch
dot.
it.
We could let the squirrel perhaps look at it. Perhaps it could sniff it.
It's a baby.
But it is the work of Artemis. It is invincible.
A third dot.
A third dot? Oh my god, wait, there's more?
They're all right next to each other and all horizontal.
Horizontal, okay.
What could these mean?
A fourth dot.
Oh my god.
Oh, perhaps we should just start moving.
I think that's a good idea.
Fifth dot.
Yeah, let's move. But to where?
Sixth dot.
Okay. Wait. Hopefully these aren't
Oh,
eyes.
wait. Can I turn around and ask what the dots are?
Do you just want to yell into the? Oh, wait. Who are you turning around to?
The rangers on the other side of the wall.
Probably some
Unless
kind
you
of a
were-
monster. I don't know.
Okay, thanks.
Seventh dot.
Okay.
Well, I suppose it's time to run somewhere. But to where?
Yeah, I'm gonna vote.
Eighth
Let's
dot.
find
Look
spells.
around.
The dots begin growing larger.
Oh, excellent. Okay, can I shoot an arrow at one of the dots?
Go for it.
Word. Let's see. Oh god, I rolled a 10.
You draw your bow and you fire. Also, for reference, since you all might be dropping like flies, I'm not going to ask you to keep track of, like arrows, or bolts. So if you have a
Okay.
crossbow or bow, don't worry about keeping track of that. On one hand, I want you all to keep track of it. On the other hand, that can be kind of a pain, so don't worry about it. As you shoot, the dots move out of the way, and you see coming into the light. So you know how spiders have like two parts of their torso?
Yeah.
So it's just one with the head on top of it, and 8 legs coming off, and it has spikes on the end. And all the dots are in a row around its head. And you can see 4 spikes on top of its head, and they begin sparking with electricity. Roll initiative.
19.
Okay.
12.
All right. So it is marching towards you. However, Cyril, you get the first turn.
I shall raise my shield and stand in front of the jester. Protect the squirrel!
You just wanted to sacrifice.
It's okay, we can use it for later.
In case we get hungry.
Exactly. Finally, you're thinking on my wavelength. What even is a wavelength?
So, do you just want to stand there and prepare your shield?
Oh, I can do more actions.
I mean, so I think I've sent you in the past the thing that says how many actions you can do.
Oh, okay. Does that count as like an attack or
No,
like
because you're not attacking anything. I'd say that's more of an interaction. And I'll post that here in the chat in just a minute.
okay. Oh, I do have a little. Let's see. A shield of faith buff.
All right. And what do you want to do?
Let's see. I shall cast the shield of faith
All right.
on myself.
As you do, the bright energy um, forms into a shield in front of you.
Yes, a shield for my shield.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I would like to see if I can intimidate this thing.
All right, roll me an intimidation check. Let's see how strong you are and just like how like charismatic you are. Also, so you know, this is just for you, Cyril. Whenever you roll a 1, roll me a luck check. Let's see if the gods are doing anything.
I will make note of that.
Because I think it works for your character.
A 14.
Okay. Okay. It seems to stop for a second. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I don't know if I'm in range to bash it with my shield.
You could easily get in range.
Oh, okay. Then I shall try that. I shall attempt to bash it with my shield.
Okay. All right. So you attempt to bash it with your shield. Are you using your shield of faith? Because shield of faith doesn't work like that.
I was just going to use my regular shield.
Okay, that's fine. Roll me your to hit. So as you swing your shield towards it, what'd you roll?
So, if I rolled a 2, could I also roll like something for the gods as well?
No. I mean, if you want to. If you want to, go for it. Yeah, go for it. Since you rolled a 2.
I rolled 2, and I rolled a 7 right after that.
Okay, so a 7. As you swing your shield towards it, you hear thunder in the distance, and you like leap back in fear of the thunder. You don't quite leap out of like the range for the thing because then it would get an opportunity attack. But you are frightened of the thunder. You don't have to use the frightened effect, but you know. Okay. Next
Oh,
up. Oh, sorry. Do you have anything else you want to do?
uh, uh, of course, of course. I shouldn't get too hasty, Zeus. Thank you for calling me back.
Oh, you're probably gonna die. All right. All right. So All right. Next up, we have the spider thing. It charges its attack. Next turn, it will do its attack, and if it hits you, you will instantly die.
Yay.
Um, I don't think I mentioned this before. You are currently inside of the woad. If you're not familiar with what a woad is, it's basically a super, super dense forest.
Oh.
And it can be so dense at parts that basically it can be darker than night. So that's what a woad is, just so you know. Um,
I think I have a lantern in my backpack.
Hmm.
um, so yeah. Anyways, the spider thing is charging its attack, and when it hits one of you, you will instantly die unless you can somehow avoid the attack. Um, Next up, Isabella.
Um, I guess I'll shoot another arrow and aim for its head.
Okay. Roll me your to hit.
Oh shit. I just rolled a nat 20.
Oh, let's go. Okay, so you draw back your bow and you point it at it. Um, you shoot the arrow and it swirls through the air, and pierces right through one of the eyes.
I blinded it.
The
One eye.
the electricity
Rude.
stops charging, and it you see the head rotates.
Okay, interesting.
Roll for damage, and it's double damage.
Say that again?
Roll for damage,
Okay.
and since you rolled a natural 20, it is double damage.
I rolled a 13.
Okay. Wait, what'd you roll? Did you roll d20? Or
Yeah.
okay, so your bow has specific damage for it.
Okay.
And if you don't know what it is, go with a d6 for now. So roll that twice.
It says hit is +5 for my bow.
Your to hit is +5. So whenever you roll for you rolled a natural 20, so that would have been 25. But natural 20 overrides everything else.
Okay.
Okay, so you point the bow and fire, hit it in the head. So roll d6 because we don't know what the damage is offhand unless you have it recorded.
4.
And then roll d6 again because you rolled a natural 20. So you get double damage.
And 3.
Okay, so you dealt 7 damage as the head begins rotating and the body rotates slightly to move with it. It seems like it can move in any direction with ease. All right. Star, welcome. It is your
Sorry
turn.
I'm late. What are we fighting? What are we doing?
You all are fighting a spider thing, which has a bunch of eyes all around that are glowing yellow. And if it attacks you, you will instantly die. However, you are just arriving to the area, and a group of rangers are allowing you into Linren they stick some kind of a stick into the field that goes around Linrin, and it is opening just a small door for you to get through. Once you go through, you won't be able to come back until you finish the quest, which is to kill the main enemy who is at the castle in the center of the area.
Okay.
So, it is your turn, and you can go through if you'd like, or you can talk to people. You can do whatever you'd like.
I'm just gonna head straight in.
Okay. As you head in, they
Battle calls my name.
they lower the field behind you. You can still talk to them through the field, but you cannot go back through. So you watch as the arrow flies through the spider thing's one of its eyes, and the body seems to rotate. What would you like to do?
Would my character be close enough to run up and attack it?
Yes, you are.
Alright. So I am going to run up to it, straight in the face, and I'm going to swing my great axe at it.
All right.
Let's see, okay, just a moment. Woo! Oh god, that's not good. I rolled a 7.
As you swing down the great axe, it seems to like move its body slightly out of the way, and you miss the strike.
Oh crap.
In the
Guess
world,
I'll die then.
where did this person bring an axe?
Why didn't you bring an axe?
I'm above axes.
I'm a Dragonborn Paladin. My class favors great weapons.
I see. Why not bring a sword?
Sirasol, how about you?
Because axes are more fun.
How about you show off the sword, since you're so good with it?
Of course. By the might of Ares, I shall slash this beast with my long sword.
Roll your to hit.
3.
That's even worse than I did.
Did it so proudly.
I'm from this character already.
Even worse than I did, and you were talking such a big game.
Yeah, he looks at your axe swing, and he's like, "Oh, I can do you one better," and he like swings without even looking. He doesn't even get close. Like, the thing had to move out of the way of your attack. He doesn't even get anywhere in the right ballpark.
Yeah. Watch the might of Ares at its finest. Oh.
I'm just gonna stand there and gesture the spider towards the person that swung at it and completely missed. Like, I'm armored. They seem to be a little bit easier of a target than I am. You had to at least dodge my hit.
All right. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn, Sirasol?
I'll stare at it again. I'll try to intimidate.
You fail. You don't even need to roll. You fail.
Yeah.
Actually, roll anyways to see how badly you fail.
Nat one.
I got a 16.
You're like your look in your face kind of like reinstates some of the intimidation, but like not enough to do anything with.
Do you think it worked?
No. Not even slightly.
I see.
It
My
is
seasons.
it is the spider thing's turn next, and you see electricity begins sparking off of the spikes on top of its head. Next turn, it will have its attack again, and if it hits you, you will die instantly.
Delicious.
That's a decision. Anyways, Isabella, it is your turn.
Okay, I just have a quick question. Star, what is your character's name?
Yukiko Staraiza.
Okay, I do like journal entries for D&D sessions, so
No problem. Her name's Yukiko because she's a silver dragon.
That's nice.
okay, cool. I'm just gonna shoot another arrow at it.
Okay, that sounds good. So far, you are the most successful person in this battle. Even more successful than the
Easy.
spider thing right now.
I rolled another 20.
Oh my god! All right, roll for damage.
I don't know what's happening. 2 and 2.
Okay. You pull back your bow and you fire, and it swirls again through the air. You learned your lesson from last time and exactly how to shoot it, and it pierces through the eye right next to it.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Suppose I
god.
didn't see that one coming.
I don't want to acknowledge that joke.
Go to your room.
Oh,
Go to your room and lock the door.
okay.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do as you pierce through another eye? Also, as it rotates, there are eyes all the way around its head.
Is each of the orbs representative of an eye?
Yeah, each of the dots were eyes.
Okay, so 2 of them are gone. I think you said there were 6 total, right?
You saw 8, but as it turns around,
8.
there are a total of 16 around its head.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That is terrifying.
Okay.
But yeah, it rotates once again.
Last time I shot it, I stopped it from
Yeah, you
using
stopped
its
it this time
electricity
again.
attack, right?
Yep.
Did I do that again?
You did.
This is the second time I've saved your life, Cheryl.
I could have saved it myself.
I don't think there's really anything else.
Okay.
Oh, can I get my can I get my scroll to distract it with cuteness?
I'll let you try.
Oh no, I don't want my scroll to die.
Just like it charges up its big attack and then it just shoots your squirrel. Oh, by the way, Star, they got a baby squirrel.
Aw,
Yeah, it's like sleeping on my head.
that's adorable.
Okay, what should I roll for that?
I guess a charisma check.
Okay. My poor squirrel. 9.
No, nothing. It doesn't work. It's too distracted by the fact that you shot it in the eye.
That makes sense.
That might help a little bit.
Okay. So, next up, Star.
Alright. I am right here, and I may as well give this another try. And I'm gonna swing my great axe again, and hopefully not miss this time. That's much better. 18.
That hits.
Alright, and that is going to do... Oops, sorry, did not mean to bump my microphone there. That is going to do 9 damage.
9 damage. Awesome. Very cool. All right.
Now, seriously, it's your turn to do something. Because I came in and saw you fucking miss. So it's your turn to actually impress me.
The great part is that was the second turn he missed in a row.
Sorry?
That was the second turn he missed in a row.
I suppose the gods don't want me to show their true strength. I shall swing again. This time it will be a lighter touch, I suppose. Never mind, it's a nat 20.
Rolled for damage and double your damage.
I don't understand. So when I want to miss. Okay, what do I roll for the longsword?
Longsword, it's probably a D8, but I'll check real quick. Longsword 5E.
Longsword's a D8 plus 3 for slashing.
Okay.
Okay. So roll 2D8 and then plus 3. Damn.
Alright, I got a 1 and a 2. So 3.
4 and 5
Plus 3.
respectively.
Okay.
So
Well,
total of 9.
even when you do something badass, you seem to still fail at it.
Okay, may I say for poignancy of a joke, that is not how you're supposed to min max.
All right. You come up and you slash your sword directly into the third eye that's getting ready to charge, slashing it clean open. All right. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Scream. Let's see. I shall let out a battle cry.
Now, is this a battle cry, or is this you crying
A real
in battle?
cry. It's me crying in battle.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay.
Ooh, I rolled a 10.
Oh,
just
a
in
10?
case you knew.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks, you made me choke on my lunch.
You cry really averagely. Not even your cry is badass. Okay. As tears stream down your face, the spider thing turns its body again, clearly in agony, and begins charging its next attack. Next turn, it will strike you, and if it strikes you, you will die instantly.
Can you not do that, please?
All right. Isabella.
I dry Godfrey's tears with the squirrel.
I'm going to get rabies.
I hope so.
Did you say you dry his tears with the squirrel?
Yeah.
How does that work?
You just wipe the squirrel across his face.
The squirrel is very confused. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do, or do you just want to wipe his face with a squirrel?
No, I'll shoot another arrow.
Okay. Priorities, though. Priorities.
I got a 10.
You shoot the arrow, and it glints past its face.
Oh dear.
Anything else you want to do?
Nah.
Okay. Star? Star probably just took a bite when I said that, so...
I'm going to use my breath weapon.
Okay.
It's an 11 con save to half damage.
Alright.
Damage before con save is a total of 8.
It rolled a 3, so it takes 8.
Okay, so it takes all 8.
Yep. Very nice.
And it's cold damage, but I don't think it causes any. Let me reread this up real quick. Yeah, no, it's just straight up cold damage.
Okay. Sounds good. You can see it. The legs seem to slow down quite a bit, and that harmed it pretty good. It is now bloodied.
Yay!
All right. So next up, we've got. Or sorry, is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Sorry, you got me as I was taking a bite again.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That seems to be my superpower.
I am going to tell the giant monster in an attempt to intimidate it to feck off and crawl back in its hole.
Okay.
That is going to be a 23.
Yeah, it seems very intimidated. It does not start crawling way back to its hole though. It's just intimidated.
Right. I love when something goes off like an intimidate like that. It makes me, even though I'm playing a lawful good character, it makes me feel evil on the inside.
I mean, I feel that.
I feel that.
All right, Cyril, what do you want to do?
Let us see. I shall call upon another god. Yes. I will call upon the might of Hercules. Give me gargantuan strength to strike this beast once again.
Rolls a natural one.
Ooh, 9.
Yeah, I think Hercules took some of your strength. Cause you just like accidentally plunge your sword into the dirt.
Ah, I see.
What is happening?
A hidden enemy, the ground itself, Gaia.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Anything else you want to do?
Don't worry, friends. I will take care of this one. You guys focus on this lesser being.
So you have so unintimidated it, you are no longer the target of its attack.
Oh my goodness.
It's gonna come back and eat you later.
Because you've dealt so little damage, it turns to the one who's been dealing the most damage.
Oh.
Isabella, roll me a dexterity check.
Oh, great.
As it shoots lightning out of one of its eyes.
Dexterity. 16?
The lightning shoots from its face and glints past you. Like, you can feel the hairs on your face just pulling towards it. And then it blasts past you, exploding into the force field, throwing you forward 5 feet and knocking you prone. So, yeah. You almost died there. If you had rolled anything below a 12, you would have died.
Oh my god.
Because it rolled a 12.
Goodness gracious. Are you all right back there?
It's your turn, by the way, Isabella.
So I'm still like I can still do stuff.
Yep. It'll just take half
Alright.
your movement to get up.
All right, I'll just shoot an arrow
Okay.
if I can.
Go right ahead.
Fuck. I rolled a 6.
Oh,
You pull back the bow and you fire. And you're so distracted from being blown forward that you miss. You're still trying to like adjust for like the distance.
nearly
Then I
hit
fired,
me.
then I missed. Then I finished, fired, and I missed.
And then I fired and I missed. And then I went to bed. I took a nap. And in my dream, I fired and then I missed. I love Game Grumps so much. All right, Star.
Did I probably have taken notice that they were hitting it in the eyes and causing its attack to stop, right?
Correct.
All right, then my next attack's going for the eyes.
Okay.
That is going to be a 17.
You pull back your great axe and swing hard, and hit its eye. You can see one of its legs like pulls back in pain.
And we are looking at 17 for the damage.
Holy crap!
I rolled a
Yeah.
I rolled a 9 plus 3 is 12, and then I rolled a 2 plus 3 is 5. So 17.
Damn. Okay. Give me a second to do some mental math here. Okay, yeah, it's in a lot of pain. I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect y'all to fight it, but here we are. All right. Cyrusol, go right ahead.
I suppose I'll turn my attention back to this foul creature. Since you have generously weakened it for me, I shall land this finishing blow. I shall stab it. I love nat ones.
Roll
So
me
much
a
for
luck
the
check.
bravado.
Roll me a luck check.
Out of 14.
Okay. You swing your sword forward. And as you do, you sense the might of Zeus within it. After all, it did just shoot a lightning bolt from its face.
Cool.
And you become terrified of the beast.
You cannot fight this thing. It is the child of Zeus. Stop. Hurry. We must flee.
Would you like to begin fleeing?
But if I flee, I risk leaving my comrades behind. I am conflicted. No, I shall stand my ground. Perhaps Zeus will spare us.
As he stands his ground, you all can see his knees like rattling like a rattle.
Very accurate.
Okay. The spider thing takes its next turn. And it charges up another attack. It next turn, if it hits you, you will die. So, Isabella, back to you.
Okay. Shoot another arrow.
Okay, go for it.
I rolled an 18.
That hits.
Okay, and 4.
4 damage.
Mhm.
Okay. You pull back your bow and you shoot it in its torso. Not nearly as much damage, but you know, you still struck it really well. Star.
Alrighty. Give me a second. I'm reading something here real quick just to make sure. Yes, okay, I can use this. So I'm going to swing my great axe again, but I'm going to incorporate a divine smite into its attack this time.
Oh, very nice.
Which, if my attack hits, it's an extra 2d8 of damage. 17 again.
Okay.
Do I even need to roll damage?
No, you do not. Please describe to me how you kill it.
Well, I bring my axe mightily up behind my head, and I just have this tingling feeling in my arms, and I'm like, yeah, this seems like the right course of action. And I bring the axe down upon where its neck connects to its body, lopping its head off.
As you lop off its head, it begins flying through the air, and before it hits
Quick,
the
somebody swing! It's a good pop fly for a home run.
And before it hits the ground, you see it turns into darkness, and the darkness fades up into the sky. All that's left is a golden gem that bounces across the ground. You all watch as the darkness rises up into what appears to be some kind of a sky ship. And then
Something tells me
dissipates.
that is not Zeus.
Not knowing what this golden gem is, I'm going to take out a piece of cloth from my adventure sack, and I'm going to actually wrap up this gem in it without touching it.
Okay.
Because I don't know what it is, and I need to find out what it is before I even think about laying a hand on it.
Very nice. Y'all survived your first encounter.
Are the rangers on the other side of the wall just watching us?
Yeah, because there's
They
nothing
just
else.
saw that whole thing.
There's nothing else that they can do.
It's a fine day to be attacking evil creatures.
How did we know it was evil?
It turned into black puffy smoke. If that doesn't say evil, I don't know what does. Also, I probably could have used evil sense and known, but
By the way, who are you?
name's Yukiko, Paladin of the Order of Bahamut. Nice to meet you.
Another paladin, of course. Oh, it's glad to have you on the team. Although, have you heard of our faithful Lord and Savior, well, Zeus?
I just very quietly withdraw my handshake and I turn around to the other person I see. And I introduce myself in the same way, holding my hand out for a handshake.
Bonnie holds out her finger. You should pull my finger.
Don't do it.
What an odd group of individuals. Okay, cool.
All right, Cyrusol, roll me a luck check.
11.
All right, thunder crackles in the distance, and you once again cower.
Goodness gracious, why? I only tried to warn.
Okay, that's all. Nothing else happens.
Oh, okay.
Just get anything I can to pull my finger so Cyrusol
I said I do it. I said I do it just because, for the sake of being funny.
Yep. Nothing happens. I just freak Cyrusol out. Or Godfrey out.
Woe is me. Oh, Athena.
So, is that one a little off his head?
You hear from the other side of the field? Yes.
Wait a minute.
Yes, but it seems
The
kind of
rangers
more
even
for
think
the
you're
rest of us.
weird.
I am the most sane individual I have known. I think.
That's encouraging. Not.
But what do we do now? I do not think we need to run into any of those strange creatures of Zeus.
Do we see any of the watchtowers in the distance?
None in the distance, but you can see the one next to you. The one that was right next to your entrance.
Okay, do you guys want to go into the watchtower?
Well,
We have to activate
you
that one,
can't
right?
go into that watchtower because it's one of the ones on the border. So just
Okay.
a reminder, and so Star can catch up. Your main goal here, my main goal, is to blow up and pretend like I don't know nobody. Sorry, I like memes too much. So your main goal is to go in and defeat the dark force at the center of the kingdom. However, along the way, there are ranger towers that, if activated, can provide you help. And there are other towers that, if activated, can allow the rangers to more accurately defend civilians in the areas.
Mm-hmm.
You will know them when you see them, and there are lots of enemies, and certain kinds, a variety of kinds. So, what would you all like to do?
Is there a building nearby that I can climb up on?
There is not.
Well, blueberries.
You are only in the woad.
Okay. Hmm. I don't think I can think of anything to do right now, so.
Maybe we should just walk forward.
Yep.
We could do that. I don't really want to see what you do with that lantern.
Oh, I'm not one to shy in the face of danger. I could walk forward.
Onward.
All right, and you all begin marching forward into the woad further. As you travel, you see another lightning bolt soar by, but this time it strikes another one of those spider things, and it turns into darkness, and a gem drops.
Another one of those gems.
You see an older man runs up to it and grabs the gem. He appears to be in a full ranger's uniform, but it looks torn and weathered. It's clear he hasn't shaved in a while, and it's clear he hasn't really taken care of himself in a while.
Hail there! You shout to him.
He turns around. Hello.
Would you like to pull my finger, sir?
Please don't.
I would not. There are too many dangers in this woad to be pulling fingers.
You seem to pick up that gem without any fear. What does it do?
I don't know,
That's helpful.
but
He dies.
Is he lying to me, or does he really not know?
but once a week, the dark forces come down to these gems and they reignite them. So I've been collecting them and breaking them. I don't know if they serve any purpose, but just to be sure, I've been breaking them.
Then we might want, just in case, we might want to break this one too. I pull the one out I have wrapped in the cloth.
As you pull it out and as you touch it, you can feel electricity arc through your fingers.
Yeesh. Yeesh. Drop it.
He walks up and picks it up. I will destroy it. Why are you all here?
Wait. If it made me feel tingling in electricity, why is it not doing the same to him?
You don't know?
Maybe he likes it.
Maybe he's old. Can't feel anything.
I like the idea that old people just become numb to pain.
I smell a silly smell that smells smelly.
Excuse me?
That might be Dionysus.
I'm crazy. Like, if I got a shock from touching it, and he might not be getting shocked from touching it, it makes me wary of him.
His body is used to this.
You see,
He's been hardened.
he puts it up against a tree and he pulls out a like a blacksmith's hammer and just smashes it to bits.
Okay.
Get that.
And then he puts up the next one and smashes it to bits. As he smashes each one, electricity pulses out, and you can see the tree that it's against is burnt in that spot.
Okay. That's a little more reassuring. Right?
We should probably back away from the old man with a hammer.
So, as he puts the hammer away, why are you all so deep in the woad?
Vacation.
Ignore that. We've been hired to come in here and take and God, didn't know the way to word this. Give me a sec. I'm trying to figure out the wording here.
Are you more adventurers sent in to try to save Linren?
Well, there we go. Yes, that.
Indeed.
Well, if you'd be up for it, there is a beast that I can't take on my own. Long ago, it slew my daughter, and I've been attempting to gather people to slay it. But no one has been interested. It is quite powerful, but together we might be able to do it.
Your mic sounded a little muted there. Couldn't hear you.
Can you hear me
I
now?
could not- Yes.
Okay, that's good. Long ago, my daughter was slew by one of these beasts, and I hope to avenge her. I can't do it on my own, but I need people to help me. Nobody has been willing to, but if you all would be. I don't have any money to compensate you, but maybe we could work something out.
Become a servant of Olympus, and we have a deal.
I'll help you if you pull my finger.
He pulls it. Cyril, roll me a luck check.
3.
Lightning strikes a tree right next to you, but next to no one else. And the tree just splits down the middle.
You see what you're doing? You might want to stop before that actually hits you. God is pissed.
Nonsense! I am the child of Zeus!
I'm gonna step back before something happens to him.
I will become a servant to no being. So if you wish not help, you may move along. But I will become a servant to none.
I'll help. I'll help you. Out in honor.
I suppose it would be in my best interest to help a fellow living creature who hasn't shot lightning at.
Very well.
You tried to sacrifice my squirrel.
We need to name that squirrel.
Is it a boy or a girl?
I don't know how to check.
Give it to me.
It's an animal. Check the underside of its belly. Or, have a DM roll a freaking, or flip a coin. Heads or tails.
Oh, I know the answer, but you also have to check.
I shall give check.
Alright, as y'all check, it is female.
How about Chesapeake then?
It didn't explode.
Okay, so name suggestions.
I was saying, how about Chesapeake? Chesapeake. Sorry, somebody's giving me feedback there.
Interesting. Well, what about Artemis?
Of course. How about Artepe?
I have no problems over this.
Artepe. Yes.
Bad name. Alright,
What
it's
about-
Artepe.
Yes.
You made this decision.
You ultimately had like the ruling decision here. You could have said no and come up with something else, but you chose the worst possible outcome.
Yep.
Good job. Good job.
I wanted it to be a compromise between names.
Well,
Okay,
that second one is
moving on.
Art of
Yes, I
Pie.
agree to help the ranger take down the creature that slew its daughter. Who's with me?
I am.
Indeed.
I look at you unsuredly after your combat record so far, and I look down. I look at our other party member. Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm down.
Cool.
Isabella, it's your squirrel. You can spell it however you want.
No, no, no. It is our collective squirrel that sleeps on my head.
I have never heard the phrase collective squirrel used in this.
I'm gonna take off one of my gauntlets and just scritch it under the chin.
Aw.
It is small. I like the smalls.
You need to get its armor.
Squirrel armor. Baby squirrel armor? That would be so
You
cute.
see
The armor.
the guy looks very suspicious of the squirrel. Is that a regular squirrel? Or is that a baby dire squirrel?
Baby, what?
A dire squirrel. It's giant. Many people ride them.
That is.
It's like a regular squirrel, but you know, higher.
Well, it's on my head, so obviously it's not giant.
But baby dire squirrels and baby squirrels start off the same size.
I suppose we're in dire circumstances.
Okay, if the gods don't strike you down, I'm going to.
You see, he pulls out a very, very crude map and begins looking it over. Well, the beast should be a few days' travel from here.
All right.
Does that happen to
suppose we should-
direction of any watchtowers?
Oh, I don't know about watchtowers, but there is a giant wooden structure.
Ah, good enough.
We will go there.
Also, beware of Ansiordus and Wapok. So Ansiordus were the original residents of this kingdom before humans and elves and the like came along, and they're giant creatures that just want to protect their own space. And then Wapok are summons made of darkness, that are here to kill you. They look very similar. But the Ansiordus are only defending themselves, and the Wapok are there to kill you.
I see.
If we don't bother one, they won't attack us. The other one will attack us whether we bother them or not. Got it.
Also, you all gained. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how much XP you all gained. I think that was. Sorry, I have to divide by 3. And I'm bad at math.
What's the number, and I'll divide it for you.
No, I got. I'm not that bad at math. Totally. I'm great at math.
Yeah, but I can do it in a few seconds.
I'm great at math. I'm fantastic at math. I'm gonna say about
Calculus in high school.
about 75. Well, in high school, I barely passed statistics. I'm that much of a genius. So
I love that.
you each get 75 XP.
Yep.
So it was 225 experience.
It was 250, but I wasn't sure how to divide that by 3, so I just went with 75. A safe number.
Well, usually rules is if you end up with a half number, it's round up.
Yeah.
So in this case, 250 divided by 3, we're looking at 8.2%. Or 8.3, sorry, per person. Since it's below a 5, you round down. So 83 experience across all 3 of us.
Sounds good.
Ish.
Every number counts.
So wait, we gained how much?
83. So you all are currently at 300. Your goal is 900 to level up.
Radical.
Radical, dude. Whoa, dude.
Like totally.
Whoa. All right, so he turns around. All right, let's get traveling. It may take a day or two.
Onward.
Vacation.
For the glory of Olympus.
For the glory of
That makes sense,
Olympus.
yeah.
By the way, where are you all planning on going? After this.
I don't know at all, actually. I wander around spreading the good word of Olympus.
After all this is said and done, and the enemy defeated, I'll probably return to the Order for a short while before continuing my pilgrimage.
I see.
I don't know. Vacation.
Well,
Are you always on vacation?
Life is a vacation.
Ah, I see.
Dealing with a lost child.
well, as you all begin walking in that direction. So to enter towards the center, you have a few options on which terrain to enter. So perhaps you'll want to enter through the Death Carcass. Or perhaps you'll want to enter through the jungle. Then there's also as he looks through his map, you could also enter through the swamp or perhaps the gem forest.
Where should we go? Ask the squirrel. Artifi.
There's silence because the squirrel cannot speak.
I should have known. The silence of Artemis herself.
I vote that from now on, anytime Godfrey makes a pun, you have to roll a luck check.
Godfrey, I'll leave that up to you. If you choose to make a luck check whenever you make a pun, that is fine. But I'm not gonna force you to do it. I already forced you to do it a lot.
I mean, the more the merrier.
The more likely you are to die.
That's the fun of things.
Or, I mean, you could always try to go to the Skyland.
Wait, what?
But I don't know how you would get there. You see, he points up. The Skyland, and he points at a giant cloud.
Wow, I could have guessed that.
But I don't know how you would get up there.
Stairs.
There's no stairs.
You just have
It's
to
a
find it.
fucking pun disguised as regular speak.
Maybe you're just.
Stairway to heaven, you asshole.
I see.
You gonna roll your luck on that one?
Of course. 6.
The lightning strikes next to you, not next to a tree, next to you.
Ah, of course. It was a good one, right?
It strikes there again.
Yes. Put that as a maybe.
I make puns all the time. You can't sneak those past me. Oh, see, you're not sneaking a pun past me.
We'll see.
Hey, do dire squirrels fly?
They do not. But there are
Darn.
Well,
dire
they'd be
flying
flyer
squirrels.
then.
Please no.
Hey, I get to make the puns. I'm not being struck down by some angry deity.
Enough.
Alright. Well, Looks like we got a lot of choices here of which way to go.
Well, I am not one for jungle or swamps.
If we go the darkest route, we can all make friendship bracelets out of bones.
Ah, the child of Hades speaks once more.
These two worry me.
I suppose we could.
We
go
will be
down
next to the
that
swamp.
road. Oh,
I would not like to go through the swamp either. Just I don't do well with like really crowded areas that have really rough terrain. Also, I can swim if there's like any water. So
Well, so you know, there are ranger towers in every area.
so we'll have to go through them eventually.
If you want to activate them.
what if we somehow get up in the sky and then just fall down? You know.
But
Is
that's the
anyone
same
listening?
conundrum we had before. How do we get up there in the first place?
I gave you the reason. I gave you the method. We need to build stairs.
You said gem caves were one of the options?
There is a. You see, starts looking through the thing. There is a gem forest.
Gem forest. I say we go to the gem forest. If nobody else is gonna make a call.
That sounds reasonable.
I like gem.
We'll go to the gem forest.
All right.
Also, do you have another map?
No, I had to build this one by hand.
Where'd you get the map?
Say again.
Where'd you get the map?
I built it.
You've been around all these places?
Yes, I've been here for a long time.
How have you survived?
He pulls out his bow.
I see. Well, we should get a move on before another one of those strange electrical Zeus spiders comes up and tries to devour us with lightning.
Indeed.
Okay, let's go.
I don't know what a Zeus spider is, though.
Don't worry, you'll learn in your Olympus class.
He means the spiders we were just killing. We killed them back that way a little bit ago.
Oh, the ones that drop the gems.
Yes.
Well, I mean, every enemy will drop gems, but
We all might be a little crazy, but I think he's a little bit more so than the other two of us.
it seems that way.
Seeing as the other one wanted to make bracelets out of bone.
Wait a minute. I can still hear you, you know. I'm standing right
Yes,
next to you.
I know you can hear me. That's why I'm saying it loud enough for you to hear me.
Ah, I just thought I was blessed with super hearing.
You're blessed with something.
Blessed with anything.
Ow.
Blessed? No. Cursed? Probably.
I see. I see.
I mean, if lightning is that getting that close to striking you down,
Just trying to hug me.
He's trying to do something with you, but I don't think it's hugging.
Oh. I got you, old man.
Who are you calling old?
Well, you're the only other man figure that is old here, so it would have to be you. Then again, I am quite impressively into good age.
before he can put his foot in his mouth anymore, I'm gonna sock him in the arm.
Oh. Oh, right, the gem.
Gem
have to go
forest.
to the
Let's go. You're gonna piss off our help, and then they're gonna try to kill you. And I'm not going to stop them.
Oh, I see. Onward then.
As you all are walking, you hear some sounds in the grass nearby.
Ooh.
Is it another squirrel?
I swear, we are not getting another squirrel.
Is it more spiders?
Never mind, I want the squirrel.
Or could it be snakes?
Should we roll?
Go right ahead.
Ooh, that's gonna suck. Hold on. 12.
You do not see anything. And by the way, the rule for doing checks, like perception checks, I know a lot of DMs allow everyone to roll all at once. I will allow 3 checks total. That is between everyone in the party. If 3 people do a check, that's fine. If one person does a check 3 times, that's fine. But I think that's the line. And after that, I won't.
Wait a minute, like 3 checks total?
Not ever. Like for this, if you roll a perception check, and then Cyrusol and Star roll perception checks, you can't
roll anymore after that.
Correct.
It's for the situation.
Yeah.
Okay, then that makes sense.
That way you can't just like keep rolling.
Right.
Yeah, that's actually pretty standard. Like I was running my campaign a little while ago, and it's like you give everybody a chance to roll a perception check, but nobody got it. And just like, oh well, I guess they missed out on that magical piece of treasure. it's just an oh well at that point.
Oh yeah, this whole map is made out of magical treasure. Everywhere is magical treasure. You all are magical treasure.
Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome. Yeah, the squirrel is magical treasure. So what do you want to do? You don't see it.
I shall take a closer look.
Okay.
Awesome, outstanding perception.
Oh, hello, number 7.
You see nothing. And Star, go ahead and roll your perception check.
I got a 17.
You can tell it's not what's in the grass and in the bushes, it's what's behind the grasses and bushes. You can't quite see what it is because it's pretty well concealed.
I'm gonna point it out to everybody else and be like, over there, behind the bushes.
Bonnie judges or
I can't
nudges
tell what it
Godfrey
is.
toward it.
So,
If I think something cut out.
So do y'all want to go investigate, or do you just want to leave, or try to leave?
Everything's worth investigation, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Make Fierce will do it.
Oh, look.
All right. So, as you all push through the bushes, who exactly is pushing through the bushes? Let me just see.
It'll probably be me.
Okay.
Who's the shortest?
So, the shortest.
Yeah.
Oh God.
What's your race, everybody?
Bonnie's 5'2".
Oh,
I'm 6'6".
I am 6'4".
God, why we're so short?
all right. So, you start going through the bushes, and you see a huge beast. It looks somewhat humanoid, but its back is turned, and you can see it. It's like grabbing pieces of bushes and just ripping them off. and you can't tell what it's doing with them.
I don't quite like this thing.
You can't
What
see
is
it.
that?
Cyril, you're not there.
Oh, I'm not there. Okay.
Wait, so what do we find?
What you find, because they forced you to do it. What you find is before you sits a giant humanoid creature that's pulling pieces off of bushes, and you can't see what it's doing with them.
A humanoid creature pulling pieces off of bushes.
Correct.
Alright, I'll just relay that information to the others real quick, because it might be one of the original inhabitants of the land. Or the Ninis.
So the Ansiordis or the Wapuk.
Yeah.
So you're gonna sneak back to us?
Yeah. I need to roll a stealth check.
You do not.
Sweet. Although I'm pretty sure stealth is one of mine. Yeah.
I roll stealth at a disadvantage.
Oh dear.
All right. So,
Everything is disadvantage here.
what would you like to do?
I'll sneak back to the others and tell them what I saw.
Okay.
Hmm.
It either didn't see her and decided not to, and didn't attack, or saw her, didn't care because she wasn't infringing on its territory, and decided to just go about its business.
I think we should just move on.
I suppose that will be
It didn't
fine.
seem hostile towards you, so
Well, it might not have
Yeah,
seen
but
you.
we don't want it to get hostile, you know.
But agreed. I think we should move along.
Well, on we go.
Okay. As you all travel, it starts getting dark. You're not sure if that's because of the darkness of the woad, or if it's because it's turning night. You cannot see the sky properly.
another joins. Hopefully.
You like lightning?
That's something somebody wants to hear coming in.
For reference for the stream, somebody who is probably going to join us in a few minutes message in chat, "Hi, I made it," and Sarah Sol responded with, "Hello there, hope you like lightning." Hello, poet.
Hello, have I missed much?
Indeed, a bit.
Uh,
Don't worry, I missed a little bit too.
yeah, a little bit here and there. You missed the introduction and you missed combat, but I'd like to quickly go over the rules of Carnage Mode just as a reminder for everyone. Don't forget that with Carnage Mode, whenever you die, you go back to level 1. I will not be holding back, so if you die, you die. And my brain forgot the rest. But basically, like, if you die, it's over. Oh yeah, and you cannot be resurrected after 10 minutes of being dead. That's just to make it so where you can't be like, "Oh, everybody come revive me. It's fine." And if you do get revived after 10 minutes of being dead, you become a zombie. So, necromancers still work, they just don't work the same. Other than that, you have been welcomed into Linren, a a kingdom once long ago great, but since has been fighting a dark power, and you all have been sent in to finish off this dark power. And so,
Sounds fun.
and so they've been exploring for a little bit, and I assume that you probably went in the day before or something, and you see them all approaching. What would you like to do? Poet, what would you like to do?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're good.
Okay, so they're coming at us like aggressively?
No. You can see the party approaching. They're just walking along. There's a dragonborn paladin, a paladin who seems scared of the sky, a jester, and an old man.
I'm sorry, you cut out.
There's
So,
a paladin who seems scared of the sky, a dragonborn paladin, a jester, and an old man.
okie dokie. Well, given how my character is a baker, I'm just assuming I'm handing out samples.
Okay.
Keep in mind, I am a mentor. Just trying very hard to, like, bring customers in, you know? Get that coin.
I can already tell this will be the best party.
I will say, they are strudels. That's what I'm handing out.
Aw, yeah.
My name's Yukiko, and these two are the murder hobos.
Excuse me.
I am no murder hobo. I'm just a hobo.
Yeah, that's Mrs. Murder Hobo.
Well, hi there. Welcome to Nomadic Bakery. We're having a sale on strudels. Would you like to try one?
Why are you here?
Honestly, I got a gig to, like, help advertise the bakery, and, like, I think I got the directions terribly wrong.
Maybe.
But, like, I saw people's.
I think you got the directions terribly right.
You don't
like,
ask for your opinion.
I don't know, some shit happened at home, and I was like, you know what? I'll take whatever. Like, was I supposed to take a left at Pine Street to get to the big kingdom? You know, the one with like the roads and stuff? Because I took a left. I don't think I should have done that.
Yes, you went down the wrong road.
Ah, damn it.
Oh my god.
Common mistake.
Shit.
Tirasol, roll me a luck check because a pun was made.
It's only when they make puns, but although
No.
their gods are angry enough, it might just happen anyways.
I mean, I got a 4, so.
You watch as lightning strikes next to the paladin who seems scared of the sky, like feet from him. Like it's not possible.
Jesus Christ!
I did not.
Someone is upset with them.
Clearly, this is not a safe place to go. I'm assuming you guys have eaten all my samples at this point. They're just all gone.
Wait, who took them? I didn't get a single one.
Bonnie's just in the corner shoving them into her mouth.
I have, like, I brought a cart. It's like a little trailer thing, but like I have to pull it because my family had an ox to pull it, but then the ox it ran away. But like I'm part cow, so like I can pull it fairly okay.
I'm not going to ask how the logistics in that works. I mean, it's kind of weird seeing a pot cow owning a full cow, but
Don't think about it too much. Your brain
If
will
it makes
explode.
you to confuse you even more, the rest of my family is human.
I'm going to ask Hera about that one.
It's not all that strange. I'm dragonborn. I'm part dragon.
Probably have
Yeah.
better luck asking the centaur.
Yeah. So yeah, I just go over to my cart and I'm like, "Do you guys want food? Like, you guys look pretty. That guy almost got struck by lightning. I could make you some cookies that would
Will you pull my
yeah.
That would be pretty sweet. Oh, dang it.
Roll that luck check. Roll a luck check.
Hi.
While he's doing that, I'll do what's that? Pastry baking. That's the thing I can do.
Yeah.
You can bake little treats like muffins to encourage with encouraging results over the course of 1 hour per day. Okay. I make some little muffins and I'm like, eat these when you feel like you need some extra luck or encouragements.
No, let's still have any.
And whenever you eat them,
Roll a
and
luck check first.
yeah, whenever you have to roll a luck check after eating one, I'll let you roll with advantage.
Epic.
How-
But you made this pun before eating one of these, so
Yeah.
roll first.
Also, a home rule for me is whenever somebody rolls for advantage, and if they roll a nat 1, then nat 1 takes the cake, unless they roll a nat 20, and then the nat 20 does. And if you're rolling with disadvantage, if you roll a nat 1, nat 1 takes it, but nat 20 will also take it. So, for example, if you roll with advantage and you roll a natural 1 and then a 7, you take the natural 1. But if you're rolling with disadvantage and you roll a natural 20 and a 4, you take the nat 20. It's just a little homebrew rule that makes things a little more interesting when all hell breaks loose and you have to roll luck checks constantly.
Right.
So yeah.
Poet, what is your character's name?
I am Cardamon Nomadic. Here, I'll send a thingy.
Giving y'all the hard names today.
You can just call me Cardi.
Cardi.
Ah.
It's weird. My 4 sisters are also named after spices. I think my parents thought they were funny. It's almost like, I know people used to call us the Spice Girls, but like that's such a stupid name. No, that wouldn't catch on even a
Yeah,
little bit.
seriously, roll a luck check.
I have to.
No. That was only for the one pun. Don't worry. You don't have to for every time somebody makes a pun.
Oh, goodness. I would die.
What about the check they had to make when I made a pun?
It was just such a bad pun.
Did his god think it came from him and tried to strike him down for it?
Yeah.
There. That's the person you're having a conversation with right now.
Nice.
I'm gonna
Spice Girl.
And if you're wondering, yes, my last name is Cinnamon spelled backwards. That's how you make it a fantasy name.
Well, my character Yukiko Storaiza, she's a silver dragonborn, so Japanese origin for Yukiko means happiness or snow. And then I was telling Game Panda about how I come up with my naming convention, which is kind of a bit of a long story. So Storaiza.
I don't know. I used to try really hard to use the player's handbook to come up with names, and I was like, no. My characters just have stupid names.
Heck, one of my other paladins is named Lenza Stormsong. You could probably easily figure out why I named her that.
I like how you guys put effort into your names. All of mine are puns.
Once again, I just spelled cinnamon backwards. My other character is she's a tiefling, and her last name is Fire spelled backwards.
It works.
It works. It makes it fantasy. It's little,
So,
little Joe.
what would you all like to do?
Bonnie asks Cardi to pull her finger.
You want me to pull my own finger?
No, pull my finger.
Do it.
Like I said, I grew up with 4 younger sisters, but like we still did this.
I strongly advise that you do it.
Are you gonna buy something if I do?
Yeah, sure.
Fine, you're buying a pie. I pull it.
All right. You know what to do.
I got a
I
knife.
just take a step back
Oh, you-
out of like fear. I'm like, I should have said 2 pies.
You watch lightning strike a branch nearby, and it falls.
Jesus! You're buying 2 pies.
Oh. Perhaps I should interest the baker over here in the Olympus. Yes, she could be an Olympus disciple.
I could be what?
Disciple of Zeus. Bake Zeus pie.
This
Here's
would be
the
really
thing.
interesting with the character from my other campaign who hates Greek gods.
Oh yeah.
For the longest time, I thought like maybe my parents, because like I'm the firstborn out of my family, so I thought maybe they got a witch to curse them. Like that's what I thought for a while. Even though I may or may not be adopted, I'm not sure. They wouldn't confirm it, but they wouldn't deny it. And like, it's not even like they're tall humans. It's like my dad's like 5'2", and I'm 6'7". Like I don't even think I could have come out of my mother if she wanted to.
I mean, something might have been thrown into the mix. You don't know.
By the way, is that a donut on one of your horns?
Oh yeah. In my little RV, we have like a fryer. So like sometimes you're making donuts, you're like, I have to, you know, the little hole. So I just fry it on my horn. It is disinfected. Don't worry. Even though
I'm gonna take the donut and nom on it. Nom, 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 nom.
I wanted that.
Too
See,
fucking
I
bad.
have
I
more
have it first.
donuts. I just forgot about this one. I have some not on my horn.
It's okay. Nom, 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 nom.
What happened to my floral a pie?
Say again.
Yeah. What kind do you want? We got lemon meringue, cherry, walnut.
Oh, walnut.
Pecan. You want how many?
I'll take one walnut and one. Got any apple?
We surprisingly we did run out of that.
You hear the ranger? Can we get a move on?
Oh yeah. That weird creature that this strange child saw may have smelled all this food.
I don't know
over
about
here.
you, but I
Wait,
would really
I'm
like
sorry,
to avenge
creature?
my I'd like to avenge my daughter.
Oh yeah.
I knew none of this. I'm literally just trying to promote my
Why
parents' business.
don't you
over
come
here.
with us? We could use your tasty treats along the way.
Yeah,
I'll
sure. I
pay you
got
for
this
them.
cart. We could like sit and I can pull it.
Suppose this
Cool.
is a thing.
Yeah.
Onward.
I just like put the cart on my shoulders like I am an ox, but like I'm trying to stand on my hind legs, but like I am so pulling so hard, I am basically on all fours. Okay, let's go.
All right.
What's your strength?
My strength is 18 plus 4.
Never mind. You're stronger than me. I was gonna say I'll pull it for you, but you're stronger than I
You
am.
can help. I won't oppose today.
Okay, I'll scoot in right next to you,
Like,
then
I'm
we can push it
assuming
together.
I'm assuming
That
you
way it's
know
not as
where-
hard.
I'm assuming you know where we're going. Like I should.
Oh, I'm just following.
I'm
I'm just following this ranger over here. He's got the
Okay.
map.
So we're going
Which way?
to the forest, right?
No,
Headed for the gem forest.
you're going towards the beast that killed his daughter.
Oh, which is through. We have to go through the gem forest.
No.
to get to, right?
It is within the woad, but to get towards the center of Linren, you have to go through one of a few different terrains, and you all said that you all wanted to go through the gem forest rather than the jungle, the swamp, the death carcass, and yeah.
Death
Okay.
Carcass, that's where I was supposed to make a left at. Damn it. I wrote it on my hand, but my hands are like hairy and I was all sweaty. I should have brought a map. Why
It's
did I
okay.
think I could remember
But
that?
it's Sojourn Forth.
Let's go avenge this guy's daughter.
Do 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 do.
Yeah, maybe we'll get to see something entertaining along the way. Looks over at the paladin, scared of the sky.
Wait a minute.
Cyrasol,
Nothing.
Cyrasol,
Pushes the cart.
about your luck check. Don't roll it right now. See, I have restraint. I have restraint. I have restraint.
Restraint.
I would like to mention, like, in the cart that I'm assuming everyone's sitting in, it's basically a food truck, but a ye old food truck. So it's very cramped.
If I make a single pun, this whole thing is going down.
Just don't break anything. Like I said, this is my parents.
Ooh, I should get out of this.
All right, so
Yeah, make it easy. It'd make it easier to push if we had one less person in there.
you all travel for a bit, but it has finally reached night. So what do y'all want to do?
Who likes fire?
I like fire very much.
Alright. I will put you in charge of keeping a fire.
Okay. So I will go.
How are we gonna build
there,
the
like,
fire first?
trees?
I have a unique way to light this.
You see, the ranger pulls out flint and steel.
No. You see. I'm gonna build the campfire, and then I'm gonna have you purposely make a pun.
Of course you would do this.
Hey, we gotta save supplies.
I do have firebolt. We could just, or like the flint. That
Yeah,
makes
I have
just
flint and
as
steel.
Use the flint and steel so none of us die.
Yeah, once again, that's a wooden cart right there. There's like some steel, but like it's mostly wooden. We could just avoid catching it on fire because insurance is such a pain.
Okay. So we have fire going up. Okay.
I immediately like put a grill thing over it and be like, okay, who wants to eat?
What even is that?
It's like a little steel rod thing I made. You can like put meats and stuff on it, so like you don't have to rotate it on a dirty stick.
I enjoy this one.
Like you're all paying for it. This isn't free.
Wait a minute. What?
This is just a tab.
I think I'll stick to my rations.
I'll give you a discount because like here's the thing. I can't go home to my family and be like, hey, I was gone for like 3 weeks. We're out of stock, but I have no money. You see how that could be a difficult conversation, right?
What if you just don't
We get a
go back?
reward if we live through all of this.
Here's the thing, that's all I've known, and out of my hopefully sisters, I'm the only one interested in running that place after my parents, so it's fun.
The ranger
You
comes
see it.
back to the camp with a set of berries for himself.
Like I can make that for free since you have your own ingredients.
No, it's fine. I'll just eat these. As he pops one in his mouth.
Okay. Just like are those aren't poisonous, are they?
Nope.
Okay, just checking.
I suppose I'll ask one of the gods to grant me some food.
I have a whole truck full of food. We can
Everybody step back, pull the cart away from him.
Roll me a luck check.
I just immediately run and push it. Just like, don't do anything.
A 10.
He turns to the gods, and what do you say?
Oh, great gods above, bless me with a bountiful feast.
As
Please
you
tell me just a singular fish falls from the sky.
no, you
Just a trout.
you slowly look down and you realize you're standing in the fire.
Jesus Christ, I like rush over and like tackle him and like try to stop, drop, and roll. Like, what are you doing? Do I have to roll for grapple?
Yes, roll a grapple check. Unless Cyrusol wants to willingly fail.
Well, I don't want to be set on fire, so I'll
Keep in
let
mind, I would be a charging bull at you. With
you
good
can do
intentions.
that. You can
But
do
it-
that instead.
All right.
Okay, that's just a d20 I roll?
No, he said that he willingly fails, so you successfully
Okay,
do it.
Why this
Just like-
is in Pathfinder, we'd have to break out a 3-page flowchart for it.
All right. So you see the ranger is setting up his bedroll. So who wants to keep watch? As you all are like trying to keep him from not being on fire, he's just like dead serious.
I'll take first watch, and then I'll wake someone up in like 6 hours.
Oh.
we could. If I take a long rest, you can spend 1 hour of your long rest baking and still gain the effects of a long rest. You can also make small treats with like candy without the mentioned effects. So I can make more like enchanted goods if I take a rest.
Okay. So who wants to take second watch?
Well, my feet were just on fire, so I might have to wait a little bit.
I would love to watch everyone sleep.
Never mind, I'll take the watch.
Like I'll be up to. I'm just gonna be baking and
Well,
making it. Any requests?
Second watch is 4 hours long, so you'll only be up for 1 hour of those 4
Yeah.
hours. So
And then I'll have to hit the hay.
well, I mean,
Usually,
I suspect that that'll be at the end, an hour before everyone wakes up.
yeah, I can make breakfast too if you.
So yeah,
Honestly, at this point, I'm just gonna give up on the whole getting paid thing.
Star, roll me 1d12. Cyrusol, roll me 1d12.
2.
7.
Okay. So Star, during your watch, there is always this feeling of being watched, but nothing appears.
Plot twist, it's just Bonnie laying down staring through the mask.
Cyrusol, you are you're sitting there next to the warm fire comfortably, and then the fire snuffs out,
Oh.
and
Oh no.
and then you can't seem to reignite it.
This might be a problem.
So you just sit there in darkness.
But like the rest of us are just passed out.
Say again. Say again.
I said the rest of us are just passed
I
out.
mean,
though.
yeah, because it's sleeping.
Once again, I'm covered in fur, so like I probably don't even know.
Poet. You when you wake up, you just walk over and easily reignite the flame. And
Oh.
Cyrusol, you just like look on at the flame, just like, why couldn't I do that?
I don't have the magic touch of Helios.
And you all begin waking up.
And then I made some magic pastries and whatnot.
All right.
Yeah, they're just like very like those little petite pastries you see in like Paris and that, they're like, how is it that delicate? She's a minotaur. uh, so yeah, I'll make a. I'm trying to think of which ones I should make. I'll make some seductive treats. Let's say I'll make 10. I'll make 10 seductive treats. And then for people to actually eat, I'll make. I'll just make more of the healing treats.
Okay.
And I'm like, don't eat these ones. These are for an emergency.
Hmm.
And I point at them and I'm like, these are seductive treats. At second level, all the treats you create entangle the senses of the consumer. The consumer is instantly more tend to believe you after consuming any sweet you make. So, don't eat that. That's just in case. These you can eat. These will help your health.
Healthy treats.
Yeah. They'll give you better luck. They'll give you advantage on your rolls.
I'll need 10 dozen.
The ranger begins waking up.
I'm a flower.
The ranger begins packing up his bedroll and preparing for the adventure.
Okay. I just walk out like, so I know we've basically it hasn't even been 24 hours since we've met. What is going on? Like, you seem to be the one in charge here. What's going on?
We're going to go avenge my daughter.
Okay. I'm sorry for your...
It's fine. It was a very long time ago.
Wait a minute. I'm not the one in charge?
Lightning strikes next to you.
Of course, it's the Big Z.
But, like, what are we fighting? What do you guys know so far?
I thought we were on vacation.
Okay. I just walked to my cart and grabbed my mace. I'm like, I'll need this, won't I?
Yes, you will. However, beware. We will be fighting a being of lightning.
Wait, what?
Cool.
There's
Let's hope those myths were right and they'll spare me, right? I just, like, go back to my cart. Just like, what's going on? I'm just waiting.
Okay.
Just like, okay, let's go.
All right.
Hop on, whoever wants to hop on.
And you all begin traveling.
And the road goes ever on and on. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
It's fine.
As you all are walking along, you find what appears to be a small traveling merchant shop next to the road.
A rival.
Huh.
As you all approach, hello, welcome.
I just wait. I'm like, hi. Wait. Is this guy like on the frequent? Let's call it as it is, like the food truck farmers market circuit. Like, would I know him?
He is your main rival.
Oh, Jeremy. Hi.
Cardamom, hi. What are you doing here?
Why?
She's doing...
How's the wife? Still divorced?
Yes, happily divorced. 37 years now.
I saw her and Michael had their third kid. They look so happy.
Oh, well, I'm...
Still living alone?
You know, I've got something here and there. You still a minotaur amongst humans?
Really? Really? I still remember that time you came to say some very not nice words to my father, and the second I walked up to you, you literally cried.
I was in a very emotional state.
You said, and I quote, "Dear God, don't kill me. I have a fish to feed."
And like I said, I'm not living alone.
I'm very concerned.
You see, out of his food truck that he's pulling, he pulls his little fish. Hello,
Why is
Jeremiah.
it upside down, Jeremy?
Jeremiah likes it upside down. Thank you very much.
Your daughter's still abroad, or
Oh, damn! Damn, careful with the puns around that one.
She's having a great time wherever she is.
Yeah, I heard from her. That's so weird how I heard from her, but you didn't.
Okay, we're touching into some interesting territory.
I very much like to say that, like, the tension is like you could cut it with a knife.
Bonnie would like to ask Jeremy if he wants to pull her finger.
Do it.
Only if you buy one of my pies.
Do you have any arrows?
These pies are shit.
My pies are great. Your pies are
Oh.
shit.
Is that why you've
I
lost the
mean-
competition 12 years in a row? Get over it.
That's because you cheat. You pay the judges. I watch you do it every year.
I just want arrows.
I'm so concerned for everyone here.
Just whatever.
What if we just pray to Hera for this counseling?
Hera?
Perhaps she'll mend everything.
But I take it you're
Get
still
the
not
cart
accepting.
Away from him. Get the cart away from him, quick!
I just push him like, Jeremy, you stay here.
Oh yeah, you better run. That's right. You better run.
No. I come back real quick after I finish pushing the cart, and I put you right next to the other paladin, and then I run back in the other direction.
Somebody pull my finger quick.
I pull it and run.
All right, roll me a luck check, Serious Soul.
Hold on. Oh goodness. 14.
Nothing happens.
Damn it.
Finally.
I
God's
pull
rock
I pull her finger like repeatedly.
Still,
Jeremy,
need
I see you've diversified. You're now selling other than baked goods. It's good to know that you're not focusing on your weaker parts of your business.
and I see that you're desperate enough to drag people along with you.
Oh, they hired me for a catering job. I turn to them and I'm like,
Wait, we
"I
hired
didn't
you?
say it. Just lie. Just lie."
You see his
Hired
face
me
is
for a catering
his face is just like, fuck you.
Yeah, we cater now. I will be with
How
these
did we
guys
just-
for the whole event, catering. What will you be doing?
Well, I was invited here to feed a bunch of rangers, so there.
Where are the
they?
rangers?
Where are others?
I'm-
Where are they?
I'm traveling to the next group of rangers.
How convenient.
What if we travel with you?
No.
If you come across like a crafting blue wall type thing, just walk through it. Don't even worry about it.
I just pull them aside. I'm like, one moment. So I get it. You guys have been doing something. Me and Jeremy, it's a thing. It's not even a him versus my family. It's just, I think it's because I'm a minotaur. Is that wrong to say? Like, he used to moo whenever I'd walk past him. he'd be a
Maybe
demon.
he has
Oh,
a
he
crush
did he?
This guy's 60
I'm gonna
years
crack my
old.
knuckles. I'm going to walk up to Jeremy, and I am going to roll a natural 20 on an unarmed attack.
Holy crap!
It always does max damage, so that's 8 total.
Yeah, you just sock him and throw him into his cart.
Run!
Can we move?
Take it and run.
You just punched.
Fuck it!
I'm taking the fish.
Jesus Christ. That's a dead fish.
Is it really, though? Is it really dead, or was it just playing dead to get away?
Ooh, can you give us?
So are you stealing the fish?
Yes.
Yes, I'm taking the fish. Not stealing, rescuing.
So you all are running away, and you hear
I look at Jeremy and I'm like, get your life together.
and you hear him scream back,
This is a-
Jeremiah! Jeremiah!
I just look at him like, this is what happens. You've thrown your life away because you drink too much, and now look what's happening. Get your life together, Jeremy. And
Racist!
Oh my goodness.
You're a racist!
I think more of a speciesist.
Yeah, well, you're adopted. He yells back.
Oh. Get your life together, Jeremy.
Bring me back my Jeremiah.
Jeremiah to me.
All right, you all
Too
successfully
far.
you all successfully escape, and now you have a fish and a squirrel.
Is the fish really dead, or was it playing dead?
No, it was never dead. He was just holding the bowl upside down.
Ooh,
There's barely any water left. Jesus
poor little
Christ.
thing.
Did we abduct its son? We had just took
This
his
is
son.
Child Protective Services.
We are not qualified for this.
I am.
You just punched a man in the face.
As we're
And
walking,
took
I'm
his
like,
fish.
Jesus. I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. Like, we shouldn't have been rough on Jerry. Like, he sucks. Like, don't get me wrong, he's the worst. But like, he had stuff we could have used. And like, I let my own personal beefs get in the way. I'm sorry.
Will that count for a discount?
That was unintended. That was actually an unintentional pun.
No.
Cardamom, lightning strikes next to you.
Aw. Do I take damage?
No.
Just like, Jesus Christ.
Don't
All
worry.
the puns around that one.
My hair, you know how like when you touch those like shock the lightning balls or whatever and your hair stands up, I'm completely puffy now. like comically puffy.
The sheep.
Just like, let's never do that again, okay?
As you all are talking about this, you see a wooden structure up ahead. You all wanted to see the wooden structure, so here we are.
Oh, I finally made it.
Perception check.
Okay.
I'll do a perception check too, because I got a bonus in that one.
Okay.
That is a 16 plus 17.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just go with
What'd you roll?
I rolled let's see. 13.
Okay.
Total.
I thought for a moment that maybe you had got like a nat 1.
No.
It appears the structure is made of a substance known as trees.
The thing, this is a ranger tower. Long abandoned. It's clear there's a little bit of rotting here and there. Clearly not well taken care of. Vines are climbing all over it. But this was once a well-established ranger tower.
I just turned on, I'm like, quick, look for those rangers Jeremy was talking about. You never know.
We need to activate the tower.
Well, Wait a minute. Didn't someone talk about scaling something earlier?
I talked about climbing up something,
Ah, well, there you go.
but is there like a normal way to climb up it, or
Yeah, there's
just like
stairs.
I was answering the question?
There
Because
could
I'm
be.
gonna
Wait,
climb the stairs. I'm not gonna actually climb the outside of the tower. I was wondering if
Wait.
there's any buildings to climb on top of to see the surroundings, but there weren't.
wait. Check if the stairs are rotten or not. You don't want to like.
They're like
jump
half
on there
rotted,
and The stairs are rotten.
but
I'll
Okay,
put a.
be careful. Maybe eat a muffin.
Wouldn't that make us slightly heavier?
No, because it would give you advantage.
all right.
Fair point.
So you climb up the stairs, pushing through the spider webs and the vines, until you have reached the top. There is a wooden door, and you can't see inside because it's entirely enclosed. So, would you like to go in?
Heal yourselves.
All right. As you open the door, in the center of the room there is a empty pedestal. And around the side you can see out, but people can't see in because of the way that the wood is angled. And you can see there's some tables and some chairs and just like a relaxing space.
Could you repeat that for a moment? I didn't quite catch that.
There's a pedestal in the center that's empty, and around it there are tables and chairs for people to relax. But there are windows so that you can see out, but nobody can see in because of how it's angled.
Empty pedestal in the center. What are we supposed to put on it?
Roll me an Arcana check.
I can do that. Give me just a moment. All right, that is going to be a 21.
Some kind of small gem should go here.
Small gem. So none of those big yellow gems like the spiders had.
About that size, yes.
Oh, about that size. Well, fudge cakes.
I just scream language.
You know what I just realized?
What?
I'm pretty sure that every tower is going to have an empty pedestal that they're going to each have something else that we have to get. And because I played with Braylon before, I'm pretty sure we have to visit every like area, and we have to get something from them. So we'd have to get the gems for this tower from the gem forest.
That would make sense. It is called the Gem Forest.
And then like so on for each tower.
Well, pooh berries.
The quickest way would just be to go straight to the center and then attack the guy. But if we want to weaken it first, we have to go through a lot of trials and tribulations to do it.
I look at my car and I'm like, can the wheels handle that? Should I change it to the all-terrain?
What if we just rush in, like, you know, all warrior-like, and just charge in, fight the main guy, and be over with? Zeus will help us.
You first.
So, what do y'all want to do?
Here's the thing. Once again, I know I'm new here, but I do know it's better to be safe than sorry. So I have some healing spells. Like, I could help you guys. I've kind of committed to this whole you hiring me, so if we ever see Jeremy again, I need you to hold to that story.
We'll keep his fish alive until he can figure out how to be a better dad.
Not even that. His life's just a mess. He drinks way too much. Ever since the divorce, even before the divorce, let's be frank here.
Well,
But that's not important.
Maybe now that his child is being taken away by protective services, he'll learn a lesson and stop drinking. Isn't that right, little Jeremiah?
Blub.
See? Jeremiah
Please
agreed.
tell me it says it in that tone of voice. In that
No.
It's a very loud, audible blub.
No, what you hear instead is blub.
Oh my god.
See, Jeremiah agrees.
How is that fish still alive?
I don't think that's a fish.
Like,
Poseidon
that
didn't make
fish-
that.
Because one time I looked it up, that fish should be like 120 years old. Why is it still alive?
Just do research on someone's child.
It's a fish, and he'd always like carry it in like a weird handbag like situation. I'm like, wait, didn't his father have it? And then my dad was like, no, his father, like his grandfather had it, and then so forth, so on. You know those things where it's like it's little, but then you can't stop researching it when you're like, this is weird. This fish is 120 years old at least.
Blub.
I
Let's
see.
not. Don't make
I'm
direct eye
pretty
contact.
sure that tone of blood is an agreement.
Okay. Just don't
Maybe.
look it in the eyes.
Maybe
No,
the fish can
one
be
blub
friendly.
for yes, two blubs for no.
That tone of blub.
Since I can't understand you, I need to do one blub for yes, two blubs or no. Do you understand?
You see the ranger walks in. What the hell are you all doing?
None of your
They're trying, to,
business.
they're trying to talk to a fish that I don't trust.
Why?
Trust me, I'm sane.
Why the hell did you guys steal this man's fish?
Not steal. Child Protective Services.
What the hell's Child Protective
wait.
Services?
Oh,
Also,
It's like,
can I interject a small personal story really fast? It's relevant, I promise. So my church, decided it did like events every year. Obviously not this year because you know, but it does events every year, and so I always participated. And one year they decided to try like start like a brand for the church. And so on the shirts, in big bold letters, they have CPS because those are the initials of the church, with students at the end. CPS stands for Child Protective Services,
oh.
and on the sleeve it said every
They
student
obviously
matters.
Don't have PR.
Every student matters.
You know what? They did keep with brand.
And it's funny because they talked about how from then on every shirt would kind of have that, and students figured it out in under a minute, and they never did that again.
That's a damn shame.
And they were some of the most comfy shirts of all. But every time I
Of
would go
course
to
they were.
school in them, I would just be like, "Hey guys, I'm part of CPS." So, anyways, that was my personal story. Please go on.
I enjoyed it.
But I'm just like this fish was being mistreated when we found them. I'm just setting its owner back on the right path before I return it to them.
Mm-hmm.
If they can figure out how to stop drinking constantly and take care of their animals correctly, I'll give it back. I promise.
Mm-hmm.
Paladin's honor.
It's late enough. I think that we should probably camp here in the tower for the night, and we should be safe here.
second that.
Mhm.
All right. And he begins getting ready. So for everyone, in the I'll pull my own finger. For everyone who's watching, Isabella is gonna go and deal with some personal stuff. And if her squirrel dies, she'll pull her own finger.
Bye.
Bye.
That's
Bet.
it.
Are you okay?
I may be just a little bit of an imp sometimes. Just a little bit.
You good?
No, but I'll get over it.
Here, I have an idea. I have to use the restroom for like a minute, and that should give you time to kind of, you know. So I'll be back in like a minute.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I'm being a butt to you. I'm so sorry.
It's perfectly fine. Godfrey can take it.
You sure?
Maybe not mentally, but physically.
God damn it. Ah. Ah.
Okay, it's working. My mic stopped working.
Oh, dang.
I'm fucking dying.
Are you okay?
I'm fucking dying.
Stop it!
I
Stop dying!
I left and came back, and you're still laughing.
I can't help it.
I even told them to stop it, and that did not help.
I can't help it.
How dare you?
I've been needing to laugh out all week, and today's been like my laughing day. I can't help it.
Perfect. I mean,
Who's holding the vodka fish? Are you?
I'm holding the fish in the bowl.
because you're the
yes.
one that took the fish.
Out of curiosity, a little side note. Were we supposed to get stuff from that guy? Did I just F it all up?
No. I have a chart where I roll for whenever you're traveling and random things to appear, and I rolled traveling merchant.
And then
And
as
of
this
course,
is weird, it gets so worse.
and then you all stole his fish.
Not
Jeremy
stolen.
needs this wake
It's
up.
going to be given back.
No.
As soon as he can prove he's gonna be a responsible adult.
Not
I'm
rescued. You
protecting
stole
it.
the fish.
Rescued.
I'm not. Here's the thing. I'm not one to tell the DM what to do, but we have already determined that this fish speaks basically, is 120 years old at least, and is swimming in pure vodka right now like it's water. Can you make the fish the villain? Like the villain all along? Because I want it to be a surprise, but I am gonna put it out there.
True villain. I knew something was sneaky.
And then the villain, or then the fish turns into the villain all along. No.
Okay, real quick though. What I have done here is not within okay tenets of Bahamut. Can I retcon the fish back to the guy?
No,
please?
you cannot. You stole the guy, or you
This is
You
your
stole the fish.
now.
you can't undo what you have done.
Okay, but hear me out. Can we give the fish wild magic powers?
Anyways, we're gonna continue.
If the fish doesn't turn out to be the villain all along, what was even the point?
Anyways, I'm gonna
Sorry, I derailed everything there.
continue. You're fine. It gave me the chance to go use the bathroom. So you all spend the night in the tower. You eat your food and the like. And then you all wake up in the morning.
Morning.
Wait, I actually woke up.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop being a butt before I get punished. I promise.
Please
I'm gonna
tell
wake
me,
up
like,
and start studying my scriptures for the day and prepping my spells.
why
Okay.
do I feel like your character's just fully nuzzled in mine because I'm warm and fuzzy? I just wake up and you're there. It's like, oh hey. And the fish is just staring right at me, and I'm like, no eye contact, no eye contact, no eye contact.
Try not to wake. Goodness.
The
Don't wake the jester.
the I'm just gonna say the jester offered to watch over the tower for a little bit. Just for simplicity. So you all start heading out. And the ranger you can tell he's kind of judging whether or not he made the right decision inviting you all.
I'm sure he did.
I walk up to him. You know those like little pool cue things? I'm fully doing that to my horns to like sharpen them. I walk up, I'm like, hey, thanks a lot for letting me come. Like, I know we're fighting what did you say? A lightning monster?
The lightning fragmentation, yes.
Okay, cool. I'm glad to be a part of this. Thank you very much. And then I give him a cookie.
I'm not paying for this.
It's free. I honestly, I'm gonna give up on that because like, who carries cash in the middle of the forest? Like, I haven't seen one debit. I haven't seen one debit card or one nothing.
He takes it and eats it. All right. So you all travel. And as you are traveling along, you see
It's just Jeremy.
along the side of the road, you see a goblin. You're not sure what kind of goblin it is, but a goblin that looks kind of off. You see he's mixing something in a large pot.
As someone who has the cantrip of friends, I'll walk over there and be like, "Hi there. Hello.
What do you want?
What the?
Is everything okay? Just
Everything's
walking past
fine.
here. Okay, great. Just checking, and we leave.
What you making?
Stuff.
What kind of stuff?
My kind of stuff.
What is your type?
My kind of stuff is like this.
Solid.
Could I do a perception check on what he's making?
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Okay, this is going to be a grasp at some stress, but since I'm a baker and a very good one at knowing what mixing things looks like, would I get advantage on this?
No, not in the slightest.
Okay.
Technically, baking is a delicious form of alchemy.
Okay, that's a 20, not nat.
Oh. Okay.
19 plus 1.
Wasn't expecting. AKA the tone of voice. They weren't expecting that.
Nope. All right. So you look over and you can tell he's definitely making some kind of a large potion.
Cool.
Potion.
Maybe we should leave this man alone. He seems perfectly content doing whatever.
I suppose. But Then again, I am a tad bit famished.
I literally have food. I told you you don't have to pay. I can make you like a bagel. Do you want a bagel?
Let's be on our way before the other paladin accidentally kills themselves. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
I'll have you know.
All right. So you all are walking along. Um, I guess contemplating your life decisions or something. I don't know. That's certainly what the ranger's doing. Um,
I think of nothing at all times.
Time to play this paladin a little closer to home. Time to stop being a butt.
I just like lean over. I'm like, should we have like stopped that goblin?
He wasn't harming us, and we weren't harming it. There was no reason to attack it.
Yeah, like I
If
was.
we find out he's wanted later, we can go back and find him.
It was a big cauldron. Like I don't. I assume he can't move fast with it.
You'd be surprised at what goblins can do.
Yeah, but it's awkward to hold. That's what I'm thinking.
on the road, you see a bottle.
Ah. Does anyone have any cloth? I am pretty thirsty, but I don't trust what's on the bottle.
As you look at the bottle, inside there is like disconnected tentacles.
I'm still down for this.
Floating in water.
No.
Think about it. Why would this bottle be here if it wasn't here for us to drink it?
Wait a minute.
What check would it be to see what's in, to know what's inside the bottle?
I mean, you can
Please
you
tell
can
me
see
it
the
fell off
tentacles.
Jeremy's cart.
You don't know.
Please tell me it fell. Damn it.
You know he's been trying to diversify, but you have no idea if that's one of the things he's diversifying to.
Okay, so I got 15.
You still don't know.
Damn it. Jeremy.
And again, suppose I won't drink it. I mean, it could be someone else's. I don't know.
You could
I'll
take
just-
it
Even
and
worse,
use
it
it a
could
weapon.
actually be someone else.
Yes. A lost child of the gods. Perhaps Poseidon.
Steps away.
Perhaps I'll just leave it be. What say you all?
Better safe than sorry.
Oh well. I suppose we'll just pass it off.
I swear to God, if this is Jeremy though, like, what the hell? Like, this like I hate to get into my personal life again, but like there's this like smoothie shop in our area, and they're trying out like fish smoothies. Like, what if they've teamed up?
You know, I would agree with you, but I don't know what a smoothie is.
It's when you have like a fruit or a vegetable and you like blend it. That's when you chop it so finely all the juices are contained. It's this new fad.
Oh, I see. That's the food of the gods, ambrosia.
No, it's the equivalent of mushing things in a jar and eating it.
Oh, that's what my mother used to give to me.
Same. Except they'd mix hay in it. I don't think they understood what I ate. I don't think they even still understand what I eat.
Oh, yeah.
Like, why do they give Cardinum just goes on a rant. She's like, they give everyone else normal food, and then they'll eat steak in front of me. Like, they gave me steak, and I just looked at them like, I don't eat beef. I had to explain to my parents why I don't eat beef.
The
Well,
ranger turns to you. Why don't you eat beef?
Cause I'm a cow. I just like point at my horns. I'm like, gee, why won't is that's probably cannibalism? Why don't you why don't you eat person? Why don't you eat people meat?
I do.
Why
for Hades.
you should don't eat people.
I have to
Oh,
eat whatever I can to survive.
okay.
If possible, don't eat people.
I'd rather not, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And if that's what you're served, then that's what you eat.
Okay, I'm in the wrong place, in the wrong time, at the wrong time of year, in the wrong part of the country, localized entirely within this spot.
Yeah.
I enjoy your reference. I commend thee.
But yeah, we just keep walking.
You all,
Wait,
oh, go ahead.
am I bringing my cart?
Yeah.
Or did we just? Okay, yeah, I'm pulling it.
As you all are walking, you see up ahead a clearing, and you see in the center of the clearing on the ground there is a little cylindrical small, it's like the size of an echo dot. I'm not going to say the correct name because I don't know if y'all have one of them around or if someone in the audience does. Alexa, roll 1d20.
Oh,
Okay, it's a 6.
Lightning strikes next to you.
do you need a muff?
Do you need a muff? Okay, so
Oh no, lightning strikes next to the DM.
yeah, I can only wonder why there's a hole in my house.
Little side note, here's what I find funny. So in the D&D universe, there are gods and demons and whatnot. So like I always imagine the DM is one of them because like a booming voice from the sky just narrating what you're doing. I feel like it wouldn't be that weird in this universe.
3, 5, 4, bomb.
Shut up!
Roll 1d20 to see if you die.
Oh, that. Don't worry, that's just my dad.
I wish I knew who my dad was. And I just keep walking.
So you good?
Yeah.
Goodness.
All right. So in this clearing there is this Alexa-shaped thing in the center. It appears to have some kind of like runes and carvings into it.
Anyone understand this stuff?
You see the ranger draws his bow. That's it.
Oh. Oh, dear. Well,
Wait, this is what?
This is the lightning fragmentation.
Oh, this is good.
The Alexa thing just sits there and doesn't move.
Should we get a stick to poke it or like
He seems incredibly serious with his bow drawn and he's like ready to charge it.
Okay. I just put my hand on his chest like before we charge it, let's have a plan. I'd feel more comfortable with a plan because yeah, I don't want to die. I don't enjoy death.
Everybody roll me a perception check.
That is gonna be a 14.
19.
Of course, you rolled an 8. So everyone but Mr. 8 over there sees on the trees on a few of the trees there are the same markings as on the thing in the center.
Would that be a knowledge or arcana check to tell what they are?
Yes.
well, I don't see it.
21.
So Um,
Oh my.
you can feel electric energy pouring off of those trees.
Why do I hear boss music?
Hmm.
This doesn't look good.
It ain't cash money, bro.
Oh boy.
I'm not looking forward to this. Something's about to happen. I know it.
Wait, what's happening?
I explained to him the ruins, so I'm like, this is bad.
Oh.
There's electrical energy in the air.
Maybe we should do that whole jewel thing before we attack this, because it will take longer, but maybe it will disconnect this.
I don't know what to do, but I do have something. Ah, yes. I have a broken sword with me. I could chuck it at the
In
thing.
the darkness, in the woad, you can see a group of yellow dots beginning to form.
I
Let's
say we
run.
take. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's run. I don't know. Not again.
I who's lagging? I'll pick him up and we run.
Sorry, Kitty has a soundboard. Kitty likes to use her soundboard.
Fair. Okay.
So once again,
So what do y'all want to do?
I would like to run and run fast.
So you start running. How about everyone else? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Let's go to the gem forest.
you see, as you start running, the ranger turns. Are you abandoning me now that you see
I
the
pick
danger?
him up and we run.
Oh.
Okay. Roll a strength check.
17 plus 4. 21.
He succeeded his dex check.
And I'm like, we are leaving until it's safe, and we run.
It will never be safe. We are here to fight the lightning fragmentation.
Please tell me while he's saying that, I pick him up and he's just like, Jesus.
No, because he passed his dex check. He had to roll higher than you.
He rolled higher than 21.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I wonder.
okay.
haven't-
I look to him and I'm like, there's got to be a way we can weaken this thing before we take it on. For now, we need to plan a strategic retreat and save our lives.
We have
rather
to
than throwing
avenge
them
her.
away. We can avenge her, but at the moment, it looks like if we try this, we're going to die. I can feel the electricity in the air. Let's
I
take a
pull him
tactical
close, I'm like,
retreat.
Would you rather try to avenge her now and have someone try to avenge your death later? Shut the fuck up. We're going.
A tree next to
I was
you
actually trying to roll
explodes from
persuasion.
being struck with lightning from the eyes.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Yeah, and
I have to
it
roll
just
up.
blows apart. So, what do y'all want to do?
I'd like to run.
What about her?
We'll deal with that later. Can I try to pick him up again?
Yeah, you can try.
avenge her.
I was actually rolling to try to persuade, if that's okay. Can I roll
Yeah,
persuasion
please
check?
do.
Nat 20, so that's a 26.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You see, he says,
Fine, but we better come back soon.
We will.
Yeah.
Fall asleep with
All
my
right.
phone unplugged on purpose because I hate in my car.
So you all run from the fight, and the
Bravely.
thing chases you.
The brave Sir Robin fled.
Oh dear.
It's chasing us.
Yep. And Cyril, I would like you to roll me a dexterity check.
Wonderful.
Wait, you want all of us to roll
Nope,
one?
just Cyril.
Just chasing.
He's the only one that's being targeted at the moment.
16.
All right. You continue running, and you watch as the lightning shoots off of its face right towards you. But you're able to move out of the way as it blows apart another tree.
Crap. It's following. We may not be able to get away.
Serpentine.
All right.
Wait, can I quickly cast Sweet as Honey? You emit an aura of sweet scents around you, which fills the air, blah, blah, blah. Every creature within 5 feet of your has an advantage on saving throws against being charmed. Furthermore, you gain advantage on persuasion checks as long as your opposition is within the sweet aura. So I'm going to cast that, because maybe we can persuade it.
Okay.
Just in case we can't, at the same time she's doing that, I am, since she's taking a risk here, I am going to cast Shield of Faith on her. It just gives you a +2 to your AC.
Thank you very much. That put me at a 17. But now you all have... I said advantage on saving throws against being charmed. And advantage on persuasion checks as long as the thing's in the 5 feet aura. Also, everything smells like honey now.
So the thing is getting ready to strike again. What do y'all want to do?
Can I chuck this broken sword at one of its eyes?
You may try.
Since she's turning around and getting ready to attempt what she's doing, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to ready an attack.
Okay.
Just in case.
So, what would that do? Like, what would I need to roll?
You need to roll a strength check for throwing it at it.
I got a 6.
You throw it and it sticks in a tree.
This is why we eat the muffins. Do any of you still have your muffins?
No.
About that. I might have lost them.
Damn it. Okay, so I'll have to cast that next. Whose turn is it now?
There's no turns right now. It's just whoever does their thing.
Oh, okay.
So I did Sweet as Honey. I have Firebolt. You said this thing has eyes?
Yeah, it has the same eyes as before.
It wasn't there.
They weren't there.
Oh.
It's a spider-like creature with like lots of eyes around its head.
It has 16 dots on its head all the way around, and it can shoot its energy beam out of any of them.
Strike at its eyes. You'll stop it from shooting.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Firebolt and aim for the eyes.
Okay.
Okay. Do I have to roll to hit?
Yes. Wait, firebolt? Yeah, you do.
Depends on the spells, yeah.
That is a 19.
That hits.
Nice. Roll for damage.
Indeed.
What's Firebolt's damage again?
I think it's D8. Not. It might be D6.
D6.
That's why I'm using D&D Beyond. It makes it so much easier.
But you have to pay for things.
Ooh, a 6.
All right. So you cast Firebolt, and it goes swirling through the air. Actually, it deals 1d10 fire damage.
Oh, 1d10. Gotcha. Now let me find my d10. Found my d8. Oh my god, how come I cannot find my d10 right now? Here it is. That is a 10.
Voice.
I apologize. I have been informed that I need to pause for 1 minute. It should not be very long.
Okay.
I'm a BRB as well.
Okay. I didn't think this is going well so far.
Yeah.
I didn't realize my Spotify was playing. I thought someone else was playing it.
Poor Cyril over there keeps missing every time he tries to attack. He's only hit like once so far.
Yeah.
It was a nat 20, but every other attack has just missed.
Yeah,
And
that
then his
sucks.
god, and then I have this theory that his gods actually hate him and are constantly trying to strike him down with lightning anytime he does something stupid.
Hmm. Here is the funny thing though with my character. Penny was like, "Okay, well, who are her biological parents?" And I'm like, "I don't know. It's a mystery."
It's always a mystery. What are we talking about?
My
Yeah,
true
yeah,
lineage.
it's a secret.
Oh yeah, yeah. Who knows what
Because, like,
race could have been your parents? I have no idea.
Here's the thing. Whatever I could think of isn't as good as whatever I'm assuming the DM could think of. Am I a descendant of a god? Did my mom have sex with a bull? Am I the descendant of 2 minotaurs?
Are you actually made of cheese? Anyways, how much damage did you do?
10.
Okay. You throw your firebolt, and it goes swirling and slams into them. Also, can I just say one thing real quick? Of the D&D parties I've worked with, you all are the only ones that keep talking when I leave, and I'm very thankful for that.
It's only fun to keep talking when you leave.
What do you want?
It builds up party
Just
camaraderie.
dead silent?
Yeah, no, they just sit there in silence. And I come back, and it's like nobody's talked for the whole time. And then I go back and listen to the recording. Nobody talked for the whole time. And I'm like,
Like the master.
why?
Because, I don't know, maybe you don't want the DM to feel left out.
I'm
Like,
the
like
DM.
literally, when I do that, I tell my party, keep role playing while I'm gone.
Yeah.
If I come back and it's been silent, it's like, I told you to have fun. Why aren't you having fun?
Because we were having a competition of who could stay quiet the
You
longest.
just see the DM just like gets like super buff all of a sudden. And you just see they like look at you with red eyes. Blub.
Like, why is it eyes red? Why is it red? It's usually black. Why is it red?
The fish is actually panda, just like their avatar in the game world, just watching over the party.
So
I will not be happy until this fish becomes a boss fight.
yes, Panda, the final boss.
Dude, it's
Blub.
Poseidon.
So the creature's gonna attack, but do we need to roll initiative?
Blub blub bitch. No, you don't. You throw the fireball, and it hits it. So it takes the full 10 damage, and it seems slightly slowed, but it's still following. It is falling behind, but it gets ready for its next attack. And you said you wanted to ready an attack?
Oh yeah, I was readying the attack to swing at this thing.
Okay, it's not close enough to swing.
Alright.
You got any spells you could throw at it?
I do have my breath weapon.
That
I totally roll that.
that's 30 feet, right?
But 15 feet.
Oh, it's not close enough for that.
Not close enough.
Okay, it is barely within 30 feet. So
You could just walk forward.
Yeah. I could cover the distance if it's barely within 30 feet.
yeah, it is.
Because my walking speed is 30 feet.
Just remember that if you get up close and then you dash away, it will get an opportunity
That's a
attack.
disengage. Yeah.
Well, I don't
Just take
plan
a
on
step
backing down
forward.
then. I don't plan on backing down then, so I'm going to get up within 25 feet and then take a 5-foot step forward.
Wait, I throw a muffin
Because
at
that's an
you.
engagement action.
Okay, you're getting closer. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna attack it.
Okay, go for it.
Alrighty.
So it's
That is going to be 24.
24.
Actually, it's a great sword. 19's a crit.
Hey. Just keep in mind that I will, of course, 19 is a crit in that case, but it's not a natural 20. And natural 20 is what gives you like the god-like energy. Just putting it out there. So go ahead and roll for your damage. I mean, except for Sirasol, who has to like, I don't know. I don't know what he'd have to do to get in the god's favor. Not whatever he's been doing.
But all I've been doing is what the god favors.
Sure, yeah.
Alright, we are looking at 10 damage right to the face.
All right. You slam your great axe directly into its face, into its eye. And the attack it was charging is now deactivated.
Yay! Now, Cyril, I deactivated it. You just have to hit it this time.
God, yeah. I'm gonna go over there and slash it.
Wait, can I give him a muffin just in case?
Yes, you may.
I'm like, eat this before you touch it.
Crunchy.
Crunchy.
Thank you. It's banana chocolate chip, and then we go into like fight.
Wait a minute, this was a muffin. Why was it crunchy?
Because there were walnuts.
Oh, it's a good thing I'm not allergic to those.
Yeah, I should have asked. Go attack.
Oh yeah, thing shooting us.
You have advantage now.
I will advance forth, drawing my great sword. I roll a 15.
You're
and I hit
15?
Does that
Somehow
have
I got.
advantage?
Oh. Yes, because I rolled another time and I had a six.
A 15 does not hit, by the way.
Damn it.
Well, big ol' oof.
I should have given him more muffins.
There are not enough muffins in the world to save this soul.
Especially if you get hit with the lightning attack. Especially if you get hit with the lightning attack.
Ah, yes. I wonder. Wait, can I like grab onto its legs as a last ditch effort?
You can try.
A grapple check? Really?
Oh yeah, that would be crap. Do I have that?
You just roll a strength check.
Oh, okay.
At least it's not, like I said earlier, at least it's not the 3-page flowchart that you have to go through in Pathfinder.
Oh god.
Oh dear. Oh, I rolled an 18 plus 3, 21.
You successfully do it.
Yeah.
And now it decides to react to that, and it lifts up its leg, and slams it down hard. And what's your AC?
11.
Yeah, it uses the sharp point of its leg and stabs you.
Ow!
And that deals 11 damage.
That hurt a lot.
Okay.
And you're
I
also
can help you
stabbed
out.
by a leg. It also begins charging its attack.
How close is it to us right now?
It's impaling him, and it's within 5 feet of Star, and you are 30 feet away, and so is the old ranger dude.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at the ranger and be like, "See, we're avenging your daughter. Happy." And then I'm gonna.
The spider's not what
just
killed
got
his
injured.
daughter.
I don't care.
Hurt.
I don't. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Sweet Zeus, send
All
it
right.
all.
Roll for your healing.
What's that? What do I have to roll again?
Cure wounds is I don't know. Please know in the future, try to keep track of what each of your spells do, just for time purposes.
Gotcha.
Obviously, I know that you're new to this type of character, but just keep it in mind. 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
1d8. Gotcha. Now to find my d8.
Yeah,
So that is 6 plus 4, 6, 10.
All right. You heal 10.
And then as a bonus action, because I already charged 25 feet to get to him. I would like to use Golden Rush immediately after you dash. At least 20 feet, I can attack someone with my horns as a melee attack.
All right.
So just roll a d12.
Yep.
I mean d20.
Well, hold on, not for your damage. It's equal to your unarmed strike, and that's 1d6.
No, to hit.
Oh. Yeah. Sorry, I thought you were like, I'm gonna roll 1d20 damage.
Nat 20.
Damn. Okay.
Damn.
Yep. Roll your damage twice.
Okay, and
Isn't
then
unarmed strikes all the same no matter what?
I'm gonna let all y'all double your damage if you crit, even on spells.
Okay.
Like,
and
I
that's
think-
just a
But I meant
d20 I roll, or a d12.
what's your
Because I'm looking at
normal damage is a d6, right?
it says immediately after you dash, blah blah blah. Immediately after you hit the creature, melee attack. As part of your attack upon its turn, you can cause a bonus action to attempt to shove your target with your horns.
Okay.
So DC equal to 8 plus your proficiency. So DC 8, yeah.
DC is different from dice. Okay.
Pardon?
Let's just roll 2d6.
Roll 2d6.
We'll
Gotcha.
review it later, so that speed.
That is an 9.
Okay. You
And I will try to shove him.
okay? So you
Oh wait, no, I didn't add something. I had to add my proficiency bonus.
that is +2.
Okay, so 9, 10, 11 damage.
All right. So you stab the thing with your horns, and you send it flying into a tree.
Cool.
Ow.
Still dragging along Curacao, of course.
Everything burns. Ladies, save me.
Even after cure wounds, he didn't just fall.
No, he's still stabbed with the leg.
At this point, I think
I'm
it's
a
appropriate
little-
to... Sorry.
Why does it burn? What if you guys just kill me?
And
No.
the spider decides to try to. You know what? The spider just decides to try to like save you the pain, and just tries to kill you itself. That beats your AC.
Oof.
Yeah.
And now, kill me.
You take 11 damage again,
Jesus
Ow.
Christ.
and it prepares to strike you with with the lightning attack. Roll me a dexterity check.
Ah,
7.
indeed.
Thank God it rolled a 6. You watch as lightning like strikes next to his throat.
Why must I suffer?
All right. Anyone else want to do anything before it tries to stab him again with its leg?
Oh, yeah, okay, here comes another attack from the Dragonborn. You know, as much as this is funny, I don't want to let him die. So
Why?
Because
Carnage
I don't want
mode.
to let you die.
Carnage mode.
It's not right. I wouldn't want to watch anybody die who's not evil. You're a paladin just like me.
That is the nicest thing I've heard.
That is going to be, with bonuses, we are looking at a 14.
Okay, so 14. That does not hit.
Ah, crap.
Okay, I'm gonna try something now. I found it. It's a 1d6 plus 4 piercing damage for horns. So we know that now.
Okay.
So I am gonna, for my initial action, I'm just gonna take my mace and just swing at this guy.
Okay.
Okay, my mace is 1d8. Where's my d8? Oh, wait, I guess I should roll to hit.
Yeah,
That is a 16.
that hits.
Okay, my d8. That is an 8.
Very cool.
And then as a bonus action, I would like to do the horns.
Sounds good.
Roll a d6 plus 4. 3. 7. 7 damage.
Okay. You deal 7 damage with the additional. That was 8 before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it looks bloodied. Cyril, what do you want to do?
Arcanum is not having this.
Etho?
Hmm?
It's your turn.
Yeah. Your turn, Cyril.
Oh, it's your turn. It's a good thing I have the gods on my side.
You have something.
Now, let's see if I can call upon the might of Zeus. Grant me the strength to strike this creature with this strange object I have. Oh, never mind, it's just a hammer.
All right.
Please tell me you
So
don't
why-
say that. I just look at you. That's a hammer, not a strange object.
I always carried it with me because my father had it. I've used it to do a few bits of work around the house with it, but
Are you
now I
sure
just
you're
carry
not-
it with me.
You're not part of the Norse pantheon? Hammers kind of go with
Don't
Thor.
you
don't
dare
they?
speak of those people. Never speak of the Norse.
All right. Roll.
I didn't know that was a thing for you. I'm sorry.
Roll your stuff.
It's time. Oh, 13.
Nope.
Ow. What if I just scream?
That's
Or just apply something to someone else? Can I apply a spell?
if you have one.
Well, Shield of Faith. I shall protect someone else with my death. Here, strange ox creature. Have a shield.
You now have 2 shields of faith.
Charge it however you like.
I'm just like, I'm not an ox, but thanks.
All right. Anything else you want to do, Cyril?
I'd like to bite its leg.
Okay. You don't deal any damage, but you bite it.
Not
Take
even
this,
like a
I'll
little
be-
sharp pain?
Say again.
Like
Feel nothing anymore.
like a paper cut. Would it feel like that?
No. I just feel like somebody like pressing on your arm.
Oh. I'm gonna throw another firebolt at it.
Okay.
Okay, roll to hit.
Yep. And then it's gonna take its turn.
Okay. That is a 19.
Yeah, that hits.
And then I roll a d8.
Yep.
Where I literally just had my d8 in my hand. Oh, here it is. 2 damage.
Okay. Cool. All right, and it lifts up its leg and stabs once again, beating your AC because your AC is very low. Because he forgot to give himself armor. And he rolls for damage. Dealing 10 piercing damage.
I don't want to use all my spells.
How much health do you have left?
Me?
Yeah.
Like, none.
Oh, you're unconscious? Cool. Roll me a life or death saving throw.
Almost. Well, I
Wait. You still have some?
Oh, okay.
How much health do you have? What number?
Like after that, I am down.
Okay, yeah. Roll me a life or death saving throw.
Okay. Oof. 12.
That's a life?
Wait. What?
Yep.
Why am I alive?
You're not back to life yet. You still have to get to 3.
Could I charge him and shove a muffin down his throat?
You can try.
Or would that just make him choke?
So I have to roll 3 times.
No, you have to get to 3 life or 3 death. I'll explain it as we go.
Okay.
You can try. You don't know what's going to happen.
Oh my.
So what do you want to do?
Suppose I'll just
Oh, not you.
keep on.
I mean, have you heard of the Muffin Man?
Yes, I have. I've seen him in all my nightmares.
All right, Muffin Man. What do you want to do? Remember, shoving a muffin down his throat might kill him, but it also might save him. You don't know.
Could I do a medicine check? Can I just attempt to like CPR it to see if that helps?
You may try, but I remind you, he's still impaled.
Okay, I'm just gonna try basic medicine.
Yeah.
Like I don't have an advantage in it, so I feel like that's just a flat nat 20.
You rolled nat 20?
No, I meant
Oh,
D20,
okay.
Sorry.
Roll disadvantage because he is impaled currently.
Okay. Okay. That is the 17.
With disadvantage?
Yeah, I rolled an 18 and a 17.
Damn. Okay. All right. You're able to stabilize him. So he's to 0 hit points. But keep in mind the spider is still active and will still attack him next turn.
Can I drag him away?
No, because it's on his leg.
Impaled.
Can I pull him off?
Not on this turn. On next turn, yeah, you can try.
Okay.
Star, what do you want to do?
Alright. We need to bring this thing down quick. But unfortunately, the strongest thing I can do is my great axe with the smite. So I'm going to add a smite to it.
Okay.
So let's make sure we hit first. That is going to be a 17.
Hits.
Alright, so that is going to be my D12 plus 2D8. Ooh. So, give me a second. $25.
Damn. Okay.
I rolled max on one, and then I rolled one under max. Or I rolled max on my normal hit, and then plus my
Smite.
2d8.
Yeah.
So.
All right. You bring it down, and the thing is barely still up, from the strike, but it's still going. And
Finish it.
all right. Roll me life or death saving throw.
I thought he was stabilized.
You're right.
Hmm?
That passes his AC. So it stabs you again. The actual amount of damage doesn't matter, because you're already unconscious. So that's a death. Roll me another life or death. And also, it prepares to use its lightning attack, which it charged last turn. And Poet, I'd like you to roll me a dexterity check.
You want me to roll one?
Yep. If it hits you, you will instantly die.
Let's hope it doesn't hit me then. 15.
Okay, so it also rolled a 15. So
If it meets, it beats. That's
how?
the rules of the game.
Yeah, but in this case,
But she's rolling against it.
right.
If she met it,
So
it beats.
I'm going to say that in this case, you basically just drop down to 1 HP.
Yikes.
So as you like dodge out of the way, it like barely strikes across your back.
Those two holy shields don't have any effect?
No, not.
Those were only to buff your AC,
Yeah.
not your saving
Yeah.
throws.
So like if it tried to stab you with its leg, then yes, it would affect it. But not against this attack, because this attack is based on roll versus it. So
Okay, I'll take the 1
it treats
point.
it's more like a spell than it is like a traditional attack. So what'd you roll in your life a death saving throw, Kirasol?
I rolled a 13.
That's a life.
That is weird.
All right. So back to Poet and Star.
Now, here's the thing. As much as I want to charge at it again, I'm not in a position to. So, I'll just. There's nothing I can really do. Can I just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna try to get the guy who's on the spike off.
Okay. Roll a strength check.
Pull him. That's a D20, right?
Yep.
17.
Yep. You pull him off.
Okie dokie, and I'd like to drag him if possible away from.
You are within 5 feet, so you need to use your action to disengage to get away without taking an opportunity attack.
I can disengage with him in my arm.
Yes, but you'll take half speed.
I'll risk it, sure.
Okay. So you disengage and you drag him. Okay. And Star.
All right. I am going to do this. That's the beautiful thing about Smite in D&D 5e is it doesn't have limited uses per day. It's basically a cantrip. So I'm going to roll another attack with a Smite attached to it.
Okay.
That's going to be one short of a crit, but let's see. +5 is 23.
That hits.
Should I roll damage?
No,
or
you should not.
I do not even need to.
So, please describe to me as you slay it.
Alright. Noticing my party member is in trouble, both my party members in trouble, and I need to do something quick. I see Circil being freed from the claw of the enemy, and I take my axe sideways and I chop its face straight in half.
As you do, the body slumps over and falls apart. But as it does, it just plunges as a dark smoke and rises up, leaving behind a small, bright yellow gem.
Yay! I pass out.
Right. And real quick, I'm going to rush over to both of my party members, and we're going to use a few uses of lay on hands. I've got 10 total uses, and you get 10 HP per use. So, how many do each of you need to be back up to full?
So I need 16 to be up to full.
So 2 uses there. And I'm gonna guess another 2 uses for you.
Perhaps.
Not perhaps. Give me what total.
Well,
Or
max
Alex,
HP,
grab you. Sorry.
max HP is 20, so.
Oh yeah, so 2.
Okay. So you
Wait, did the old ranger guy do anything?
no, he did not. Not that you saw.
Rude?
I bet he was like fighting another one in the background.
One thing.
If you mean he is currently fighting another one, yes, he is.
Oh dear.
Oh, he is?
And this one, instead of shooting lightning, is shooting poison gas.
Why?
That's a great
He
question.
could have made the spiders fight.
Hey, but Real quick, I promised my party we'd do their post-campaign stuff here at 3 o'clock my
Yep.
time. It is now 3 o'clock my time. I have to go.
Yep.
Should we only do it with 2 people online? Or should
No,
it
no.
just be us?
I mean, we're gonna finish here in a minute, anyways.
Okay.
So, Star, thank you so much for joining in.
Same time next week?
Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
Nice.
Peace.
Take
Keep
care.
it frosty.
Keep it frosty. Keep
And
it
then they
frosty. Okay. Well, you are you all are sitting there, and you see he finally strikes down the other one, and as it turns into dark smoke, the darkness rises again, and you see instead of a bright yellow gem, a bright blue, or not blue, bright purple gem is left behind.
I turn to Citron and I'm like, don't tell him we almost died. That's gonna be if tell him it went smoothly. Because
I am literally bleeding.
it's like, stop it.
Stop it.
Stop bleeding.
Yes. I'm not a doctor, okay?
I can see. Athena, take me.
Oh yeah, I grabbed the gem if that hasn't happened yet.
So as you pick up the gem, there's a very strong electrical energy coming off of it.
I didn't quite catch that.
Cool. All right. So you've taken the gem, and you see he walks over, and you see he wraps the gem he took in a cloth.
I'll give him the gem. I'm like, you seem to know what to do with this.
All right. And
Wait, Ed,
what?
don't break it. Perhaps we could use it for something.
For what?
The tower.
Oh, that might be a good start.
So you want to travel all the way back to the tower?
We do have a party member over there.
Yeah, we did leave them.
Goodness, I feel all my insides scrambled.
What about avenging my daughter? Do you all just not care about that?
We care. Don't get us wrong, but like we don't want anyone having to avenge us either.
Perhaps this will be the key to avenging your daughter.
Deep within the woad, you can begin seeing more dots forming. You see these ones of a bright gray.
Oh, I didn't catch that one.
Dots begin forming again, but these a bright gray.
We should leave.
Let's just take a breath.
No, let's not breathe here. I don't like the looks of those things over there.
Yeah.
We should get out of
Yeah,
here.
100% in agreement.
Let's go.
So, do you all
We
want to start
disengage.
going back towards the ranger tower?
Yeah.
Okay.
To catch our breath.
So, you travel back. It takes the remainder of the day, but you're able to make it back, in one piece.
Yay.
Never again.
So, what do you want to do? You've arrived back.
Can I just take a nap? I've been through a lot. Actually, no. I try to clean myself up because, like I said, I used horn attack, so there's just blood all over.
Yeah.
Like my head specific. I go to clean up. Like, this isn't even a little bit sanitary.
But the blood that you're cleaning up, you realize is not red.
What color is it?
It's black.
This is gonna dye my fur. Great.
Oh, I feel my strength coming back to me.
So you all are cleaning yourselves up as you go into the ranger tower. The room looks very sad and decrepit, with just the lone pedestal and the tables and chairs still sitting there, seemingly unmoved in what seems like could be decades or centuries.
Fun.